Oh, well, that took a little longer than I thought it was going to, but I am finally here, ready to go. What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Sorry for me being a little late, but I did have to upload this quick Ravens video before I got started for tonight. But that is uploaded, it's on the channel, so that's out the way. Now I can sit back and watch Washington play against the Seahawks. So that's all cool. But that took a lot longer than I thought to upload. That should have uploaded faster. Swear YouTube be messing around sometimes. It's all good. It is what it is. I ain't worried. But how y'all doing today? We got this interesting matchup between Washington and Seattle. Both these teams kind of trying to save their season, but we'll see how that goes for them. Right now, both teams did exchange the ball on the first drive. 3 and out for Washington on their first drive. 3 and out for Seattle on their first drive. And now Washington has the ball here in Seattle's territory, trying to slowly march down the field, put some points up. They're in field goal range, 2nd and 2. Quick toss here. Gonna give it to McKissick here. He's gonna come close. They might give him the first down here. It's going to be either a third down and short, or they're going to give him the first down. He was close to that line. It's a good drive by Washington here, like what I'm seeing from Heineke. He did miss a throw or two here, but it is what it is. I ain't worried about it. What's going on, everybody? Let's see what football team is more disappointing. Hope your Purple Monday went well. Yeah, it went well. Went good. Just glad we got that win last night. It was all cool. 1st and 10 here for Washington. Heineke's going to take the snap. He's just going to toss it to Terry. And McLaurin's going to pick up around 6 yards here. That was a good tackle by Seattle right there. Hopefully this will be a good game for Washington. I mean, this is a crucial game for them. You know, at this point, every game is crucial for Washington if they want to make the playoffs. But we're watching this. We're watching. Oh, a happy 1,000 episode. Yeah, happy 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Can't believe there's 100,000. We're gonna get 100,000 one of these days because One Piece will never end. But I can't believe there is 1,000 episodes of One Piece. 2nd and 2 here. Gonna hand this off to Gibson, and he's gonna pick up the first down. How are we even 8 and 3? I don't know. I mean, that's just how the season's been, man. That's just how the season's been. I couldn't explain it to you. 1st and 10 here for Washington. Every one of these games is crucial, but Washington really does have a chance here. You know, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers brought some life into this team, and they went against Carolina on the road. That was a tough game, and they pulled off the win. Now they're back home here against the Seahawks. If they can win this game, there'll be 3 straight wins for them. They'll be 5 and 6, and they'll be within range because the Cowboys are starting to fall apart. Another throw here by Heineke. It's going to be caught, picked up, maybe 7 yards here, 2nd down. So if Washington can win this game tonight, they can go to 5 and 6. They're within range because first of all, in terms of wild card race, everyone's like 5 and 6, or it's either 5 and 6 or 6 and 5 around there in the NFC. So it's possible for Washington to pull off a run and potentially steal a wild card spot. That's 1. 2, Philadelphia also screwed up, so they're 5 and 7, which means Washington right now can put themselves in a good position. And 3, the Cowboys are clearly showing some weakness. 2nd and 4, gonna hand it to Gibson, and he's gonna pick up the first down. So yeah, with the Cowboys slowly starting to melt down. They're showing cracks because everyone, you know, at this point, it kind of just looked like they were going to run away with that division, but they're starting to show cracks. And you got the Eagles choking away a game against the Giants yesterday. Washington is in a good position to potentially get themselves back in this race, not only for a playoff spot, but for the NFC East. I believe Washington could win out and make the 7th seed. I hope that can be the case. I haven't given up on Washington just yet. That was on the verge, was very on the verge, but beating Tampa Bay told me they could do it. They could actually pull off a run. They just have to make sure not to screw up. 1st and goal here. They're going to give it to Gibson. And the first step to not screwing up is winning games like this. At home against a Seattle team that's also not playing their best of football. Russell Wilson clearly does not really look like he's back from the injury he suffered. He's not really playing like himself. This is an opportunity for Washington to win a game where they should be able to pull off. If they can get to 5-6 next week, they can really get ready to start playing these games. Because down the stretch, they're doing nothing but playing divisional matchups. Got to take on the Cowboys, got to take on the Eagles, got to take on the Giants. They could pull this off and earn a playoff spot. They just have to win games like this. Can't afford to lose this one here. 2nd and goal, they're going to head into Gibson. Gibson trying to break a tackle. He can't. He'll be stopped. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. This is what I need. I had a rough practice today. Don't worry about it, George. It's all good, man. It's always tomorrow. That's what they always like to say. Seattle's been so disappointing this year. Granted, Russ has been hurt, but they wasn't winning games when he was in. Well, they weren't winning games. They were more so choking away games, like they choked away that Titans game. I believe Washington could win out and make the 7th seed. Same here. Russ is cooking up nothing but burnt grilled cheese right now. It hasn't been good for them. It has not been good for them. 3rd down and goal here. Empty backfield here for Heineke. He's going to take the snap. Looking towards his left. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw. He had an open man. He had McKisson open, but couldn't hit him in stride. He's going to fall right there. 4th down and goal. And Washington's most likely going to kick a field goal. It's a long game. They don't need to try to really play that game where it's like, oh, yeah, let's go for it here on 4th down. Seattle doesn't really look like they're going to be putting up a lot of points today. So just take the points where you can. It's going to be that type of game. Nobody's open. This was good coverage here. Today's Russ's birthday. Oh, happy birthday to Russell Wilson. Obviously, he would like to get a win for his birthday. Let's see if that ends up being the case. Field goal is up, and it's good. And Washington strikes first here. They take a 3-0 lead to start off this game. Still in the first quarter here on Monday Night Football. Russ and Unshay should combine their restaurants out here serving L's. Hey, Russell Wilson ain't the only one serving L's. A lot of teams are serving L's right now this season. If anything, Russ should be looking towards the Lions. That's an investment to serve L's. Because they find new ways to serve L's. They're constantly changing up their new recipes. They're adding they're changing up the recipes. They're adding new ingredients and all this other stuff. Every week it's a new way for them to take an L. That's just how it's been for them so far. So, yeah, I would more so add the Lions. But it's been quite the week. This game sucked. Bro, it's the first quarter. I mean, bro, you can't be like every game that's not your team or not high scoring sucks. It's the first quarter, man. Obviously, you have two teams that are under 500. We have no idea how the rest of this game is going to go. We can't judge it by now. If this was the third quarter, sure, we can say the third quarter this game sucked. But we're in the first quarter. Things just got started. Let's see how it develops. What's the meal for today? Straight L's. Nah, it's going to be a heartbreaking L. That's what's going to be on the meal for today. A heartbreaking L. Well, not for this game, but for the Lions next week. Bro, our game sucked. Yeah, our game was terrible. That was probably the worst Sunday Night Football game this season. Like, that was the worst Sunday Night Football game this season. I mean, that was just ugly. That was ugly. That reminded me of a game I remember back in the day between like the Ravens and the Steelers. It was just ugly. Funny enough, the Ravens got the 13-10 win in that one, but that was just an ugly game. If Russ loses tonight, he's officially overrated. I guess I don't really care about being called. I don't really think players care about being called over or underrated. Like I've said 1,000 times, every star player, hell, every good player has been called over or underrated in their career. At some point, it doesn't necessarily matter. This is a team game. I don't care if a quarterback is overrated or underrated. It's a team game. It takes a team to win. I don't give a damn how great your quarterback is. If your team sucks, you're not going to the Super Bowl. We can speak on how great some of the top quarterbacks are, but if you put them on a terrible team, they're not going anywhere because it's a team game. At least with the NBA, if you have a superstar, he can fake it. He can fake it and kind of fake you out because his greatness will elevate the team to the playoffs. But you know damn well they're not winning the freaking championship. They're not getting no ring. It is what it is. But 3-0 game here in Washington. They're going to kick it back to the Seahawks. I don't trust the Seahawks anymore. Everyone stopped trusting the Seahawks after like week 7, week 8. That's when everyone lost trust in the Seahawks. So It's not even that much of a surprise to be like, I don't trust the Seahawks. Are you streaming Cowboys Saints? That's Thursday Night Football. Probably will. We'll see. It's the Cowboys, obviously. I gotta. Nah. I probably will. It's kind of sad that good defensive games are called bad games. Like I said, it's the era. Okay? A lot of people don't like defensive matchups because in the era of the passing game, if you're not putting up points, it's going to be seen as boring. Back in like the early 2000s and before then, if it was a low-scoring game and there was a lot of scoring and it was just stopped by the defense, that would be an interesting game because it would come down to the wire. I've said this before. In this age where everything is focused in on the offense, all people want to see from the defense is turnovers. If you can force turnovers, it's a defensive matchup. Like yesterday would be considered a defensive game. Now, not everyone likes a defensive game. 2nd and 8, Alex Collins, man, he's running hard here. He's going to make it a 3rd down and short here, 3rd down and 2 for them. Like, yesterday's game was a defensive matchup right there. That was a defensive slugfest because you had both teams forcing turnovers, especially with the Browns. They were just forcing turnovers. However, in an era like this where the scoring is high, if you don't score a lot of points, people will see that game as boring. People don't like defensive slugfest anymore. That's just how it is. Defense means nothing in the NFL. It really doesn't. They want to see defense, but they also want to see a lot of scoring. That's just how it is. Nobody cares about defense nowadays. 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's going to throw downfield. He has a wide open Tyler Lockett. He's going to go 40, 30, 20, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds inside the 20. How was Tyler Lockett left that wide open? Nobody was near this man for like 20 yards. He was so wide open. What the hell happened? What the hell? What does the safety do? What? Why didn't the safety pick him up? Why didn't the safety pick him up? The safety kind of just stood there. Wilson went for Lockett again. Incomplete. What the hell? What was the safety doing, man? He expected the safety to pick him up. The safety didn't move an inch. He stood in this spot, and all of a sudden, Tyler Lockett's left wide open. The hell, man? You can't give up a big play like that. X Verify, what's going on, man? AI almost won a ring. Yeah, he did. But, I mean, he wasn't going to win against that Lakers team. You're asking for a tall order to beat Shaq and Kobe in their prime. That was not going to happen. 2nd and 10 here. They're going to give it to Alex Collins. He's going to pick up a couple yards. 3rd down here. 3rd down and 5 for the Seahawks. Mostly because he ain't have anybody else to come with it. Obviously, well, he wasn't going to win that. We need an OT in the 1st round and an interior offensive lineman in the 2nd round. We just need offensive linemen. Can you stream more 1 o'clock games? Depends if I'm not doing anything. I mean, first of all, if it's the only 1 o'clock game I'll be able to stream for the most part is the Ravens. If the Ravens aren't playing, then it depends on if I'm doing something or not. Not to mention, sometimes I just wouldn't stream a 1 o'clock game specifically because I want to focus in. If it's a week where there's a lot of good games, I'm not going to stream for 1 o'clock so I can cover more games. 3rd down and 5. Oh! He threads the needle to Everett for the touchdown. That was a beautiful bullet by Russell Wilson, and Seattle gets on the board. They score first. That was a nice throw by Russell Wilson. That's a Russell Wilson type of throw. Starts slowly rolling to his left. Oh, he threads the needle right there. That could have been easily batted down, but he puts it right in the spot. That's one of those throws you know Russell Wilson can make. That's a good throw by him, but he had to thread the needle there. So a nice drive here. 6 plays, 75 yards, and they score. So, like, in terms of 1 o'clock games, I could, but at the same time, I have to look at how the matchups are. So, like, with these past games, I saw the matchups, and I'm like, these are some interesting matchups. I want to be able to cover all of them. And when you live stream, I can't, like, watch all the games because I'm only live streaming one. So, there'll be weeks where I'm like, these 1 o'clock games aren't interesting. I'm a live stream. And there'll be weeks where these games are interesting. I have to be able to watch all of them. If I don't watch them, I'm not going to be able to cover them. So it just goes into that perspective. That's why I was like, I was able to talk about the AFC North matchup between the Bengals and the Steelers because I saw that. I was able to talk about the Titans and the Patriots. I was able to talk about the Colts and the Bucks because I was able to watch all those games at the same time. Can't do that when I'm live streaming. So there'll be weeks where I'm just not going to live stream at 1 o'clock, weeks where I will. Did you hear about the YouTube removing the... Yeah, I did hear about it. In fact, I see it in my videos. I see it in my videos all the time. The dislike button is just gone. It's just like, well, okay, that's just how it is. I mean, that doesn't necessarily affect me. I'm not a big-time YouTuber. Likes and dislikes don't necessarily affect my videos. I'm kind of just the same. Whether I get 2,000 views or 2 views, I mean, it's just the same thing for me. I just upload because I have fun with it. But dislikes don't affect me. Like those bigger YouTubers that have big time projects, yeah, that's going to affect them. Because when you come up with a new idea for your channel, which, I mean, I guess that might hurt me in the future because I do have plans to do that. Yeah, we'll see how it works out. But, you know, when you do have those bigger projects, you want to see how your audience is going to react to it. So, because of that, it's very, very tough to see how they're going to react to it. I will say this, though. We can't necessarily see the likes to dislike ratio. However, we can see like some of the percentages within our video. So like you won't know how many dislikes, but you can tell some YouTubers when they check their videos, they'll be able to tell whether or not their video was working well with the likes to dislike ratios. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't really be affected by that, but for others it will. Score 7-3. I heard my Saints might be planning to start Taysom Hill as quarterback against the Cowboys Thursday night. That is the plan. That is the plan, which, I mean, at this point, I don't know why you didn't start him earlier. Why the hell did you start Trevor Siemian? All right, it is what it is. Yeah, I want to start Trevor Siemian for some reason. I'm not going to question that. What happened to Washington's defense? That's the question I've been asking all season. Is Tannehill a product of Derrick Henry? It's starting to slowly look like it. Because Derrick Henry was covering up a lot of problems with that offense. But most importantly, he was forcing so much of an emphasis. The defense was putting so much of an emphasis on Derrick Henry that it gave opportunities to the other receivers to eat. And Tannehill took advantage of that. Without that, it's starting to struggle because they're not focusing on the run game like that. Carter, man, burst through the seam. All right, Washington. Next drive here. What you got for me, Heineke? What you got for me, Heineke? Is the Chiefs' defense getting better? What are playing better? So, I mean, I don't know if it's consistent enough, but they're playing better. Then again, they went up against the Cowboys, and that Cowboys offense looked sluggish. So, we'll see. We'll see. It looks like it's getting better, but who knows? Do I think Heineke's good? I think Heineke's nice. He makes plays here and there, and, you know, there are a lot of times where I look at Heineke and say, man, he can be really good. All I can say is Heineke is the quarterback. Heineke's my guy. That's all I'm going to say. Heineke's my guy. 1st and 10. Gonna hand it to Gibson. He's going to pick up a couple yards here. Tannehill's still good. Yeah, Tannehill's still good. He's not great. He's never been, like, great, but he's been a good quarterback, and Tannehill can still make plays. However, again, without Derrick Henry, I just don't think the Titans will have what they need to get to the Super Bowl. And that's going to end the first quarter here. So a 7-3 game here in FedEx Field. So that's just kind of how it is with Tannehill. It's unfortunate. But yeah, Heineke's my guy, so I'm like going to root for him. Baker Mayfield situation getting worse. Yeah. I thought your guy was Lamar Jackson. Well, I don't ever say that about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's my quarterback. Obviously, you understand the appreciation for Lamar Jackson. That's my quarterback. It's the quarterback of my team. You know, that's him. But, like, I've always said Heineke's my guy because of what he did in the playoff game. Listen, he almost got Washington a playoff win. The fact that he was able to damn near do... In fact, you look at it, Heineke almost pull off the upset against the Buccaneers that were going on to win the Super Bowl. And he had the best performance out of any quarterback that went up against that Bucs defense. How can I not say he's my guy? He almost got Washington a playoff victory. I got to give him credit. But yeah, Lamar's my quarterback. He's the quarterback of my team. He's my, obviously, you know, my love and appreciation for Lamar Jackson. But this is a different situation. I'm not talking about as a Ravens fan. I'm just talking about as somebody that just wants to watch Washington finally get success for once in my life. But, that's just a different situation. Okay, do you know how many of my family members are just want to see this team win something? Okay, do you know how many of my uncles that I talk to just want to see this team win? Half my uncles have given up, man. Oh, they've given up. My father is not going to put himself through this anymore. He'll still root and support, but he's not going to deal with the heartache of what this team does to you. So, yeah, that's just how it is with Washington. It's a whole different situation around here. Just want to see this team have success. That's it. Yeah, you either rep the that's Jack. That's not how that works. There's no rule that says you can't rep two teams. One, I'm a Ravens fan. That's why I got the jerseys. That's why I got the posters. That's why I got the hat. I'm a Ravens fan. But I can also support Washington because I'm from here. I live 20 minutes away from the stadium. It's the home team, and I'm always going to rep the home team because I want to see them win something for once in my lifetime. Also, there's no law that says you can't rep two teams. There's never been a law. I mean, you could feel that way. I'm not going to take away from it. If you feel like you don't want to rep two teams, that's cool. Just know I am a fan of one team and I support the other team. So, hey, I mean, I've been doing it my whole life. I've been watching these two teams since I was like 2. Heineke, oh God, that looks like, oof. Oh my God, that looked like a fumble. Oh, they got to Heineke. I don't even know if that was a full throw. They got to Heineke and hit his arm, but it was still caught. Was that a fumble? Let me see that. It's play action here, Heineke. They get him off the... Oh, that would have been a fumble. That would have been a fumble. Oh, that's a little bit of a deflection. Somehow he got it. I don't know how he got it to Gibson, but he got it to Gibson. But yeah, I can rep two. I mean, I can support two teams. I've been watching these two teams since I was 2, so yeah, I'm going to support them. 3rd and 5, Heineke lobs it. There's the flag. Whoa. Is it because he didn't turn around? Is he didn't? I don't know. Did he turn around? It's pass interference here, but did he turn around? But yeah, Baker gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I probably will talk about at some point this week, but it's getting tough, man. It's getting tough in Cleveland. The fan base is very divided right now. They are very divided. But yeah, man, I'm just like, I've watched Washington and the Ravens my entire life. I just made the decision in 2005 to become a full-time Ravens fan because I got that Deion Sanders jersey. And from then, I just said, boom, I was going to go. Funny enough, if I would have got a Sean Taylor jersey, I probably would have went in the opposite direction. It was really a life decision, and I made the best decision by picking the Ravens. First and down, Heineke's just got to get rid of it. But it is what it is for the most part. 2nd down and 10 here for Washington. My sister's a Bronco fan, and she likes the Ravens. Hey, you can support two teams. I'm a Steelers fan. I support the Giants. That's cool. Chiefs fan, enter chat. I don't want to piss anyone off, but KC is running the table. Well, hopefully you guys can run the table and, put yourself in a good position for the postseason. But again, it really comes down to just being consistent. And your offense kind of got to get some things together because it's weird. You're not the same explosive offense you were a couple years back, but you got to slowly get it together. And your defense is playing better, so for the hopes of you guys, maybe you get that together and it becomes more consistent. 2nd and 10, a screen right here goes to Gibson, but he gets tackled. Nothing is gained here. Pats fan for life, but I've been more of a Bucks fan the past 2 years. I know you got to support Brady. I got you. Then again, maybe you just like the team and just like what you see there. Can we score in the red zone, please? Be nice. It'd be nice. 3rd down and 9 here for Washington. Dolphins looking sneaky good. They are on a roll, and Tua isn't looking half bad. I kept trying to tell y'all, if Tua's healthy, he is a good quarterback. Y'all didn't want to listen. 3rd and 9, Heineke going deep. He's going for Terry. Ah, damn it. Right through his hands. He had him. He had him. He had him. No flags. He had him. Oh, he had him. Oh, that's a tug. That should be PI. He grabbed his arm. He grabbed his arm. Oh, Heineke. Close right there. Damn. was the right person. Terry was so close. All right, punt the football. Punt the football. Damn it. I was going to be 6 points right there. All right, Seattle gets the ball. What up, my guy? Hey, what's going on, man? I'm just happy we got the W. Same here, man. I'm happy we got the W. My dad grew up a Raiders fan his whole life, so I grew up watching the Raiders, so I have a soft spot for them, even though I'm a Patriots fan. See, everyone's got a different history. If you grew up watching, like, multiple teams, you may have a team that's your main team. You want to see them win, but there's another team you're going to support because of what you watched growing up as a child. Browns fans have turned on Baker after everything he's done for them. It's been very conflicting. You got three sides to it. You got the one side that completely has faith in Baker Mayfield. They're making it, in some cases, they'll make some excuses here and there, which, again, I understand, especially with the way the media is attacking this man. But they are going to roll with Baker no matter what. Baker's their quarterback. They feel they're going to get this figured out. Baker is the guy for the future for them. That's their franchise quarterback. You got that one side. Then you've got the other side that wants Baker out of Cleveland now. Don't extend this guy. Get him out. He's done. He's terrible. We don't want him here anymore in Cleveland. Then you got this third side that's the more objective side that looks at it from both perspectives. They understand Baker has not been good this season for much of the games, even before he got injured or before he suffered these injuries. He was not playing good football. He hasn't looked well. But at the same time, teams suffering from injuries, play calling hasn't been the best. The team as a whole hasn't played well. Defense has been doing good, but the team as a whole hasn't played well. So maybe we get Baker healthy again and see what we really have in this guy again. Who knows? But there's people in the middle that understand what Baker is, but at the same time, they understand what Baker is, but at the same time, they're not going to like criticize him or just completely be like, I have complete faith in him. They'll be like, no, we're going to assess Baker based on how it is. We understand he isn't playing well, but at the same time, he's injured. It's hard to tell. We can't put all the blame on him, but he does deserve a good chunk of the blame, especially when he plays bad. You got that middle line that looks at it from both perspectives and just kind of wants to take it week to week and just see what they're going to get from Baker, if he could really be that guy. You got the guys that have faith in him, complete faith in him, the guys that want him out of Cleveland, and the squad that wants to keep observing Baker and see how it continues to progress. Because they know what Baker Mayfield is, and they just want to see how it progresses throughout the rest of the season. I'm wishful thinking, but this KC team is starting to feel like the 19 team. But yes, our offense needs to get better and consistent. We'll see if that holds up. Lamar seems to be good friends with Garrett. Maybe we can acquire him. I don't see that happening. I don't see why Cleveland wouldn't pay that guy. He's not going anywhere. I'm on the half faith in Baker's side, to be honest. Hey, it's fine. I've said Baker's the quarterback for them. 1st and 10, Russell Wilson, quick throw here. It's going to be caught. Disley picks up the first down, and they're trying to move the chains already. It's fine to have faith in him. I believe he's the guy for them, but it is what it is. It's up to Cleveland as to whether or not they believe he's the guy. It's not determined by the fans. I have a soft spot for the Lions. Barry Sanders does that to people. Barry Sanders had a lot of people believing the Lions could actually accomplish something. And then the Lions betrayed him by being trash, so he had to retire because he couldn't stand that worthless franchise. Same thing with Megatron. Couldn't take it. That's why the Lions need to be deleted. They need to go away. Like, football needs to stop playing in Detroit for the next several years. Get themselves some new owners and just wash away all the failure here. If Detroit just goes away for a couple years, gets rid of these owners, and just wash away all the failures for the next several years and then come back a new team, maybe they can actually win something. I believe that could happen. But this Detroit team, man, they haven't been anything for like the last, 80 years? It's been poor. They haven't been anything since the 50s. 2nd and 10, Wilson rolls to his left. He's going to fire. It's going to be caught. And he's going to be short here. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Seahawks. Owe in one side, Garrett in the other. Well, that'd be something beautiful, but I doubt it happens. The Steelers had got some things to figure out, maybe towards a rebuild next season. I've already said that the end is slowly reaching them. I mean, they don't have anything. They didn't plan for the future at all. They did not plan for life after Ben Roethlisberger, which is why he's still here. They don't have a quarterback for the future, so maybe they rebuild, maybe they don't. I don't know. 3rd down and 1. Make the stop. Make the stop. There you are. Make the stop. 4th down here. Seattle's going to have to punt the football. But yeah, Steelers have a lot of things to figure out. Barry Sanders is 1 in a billion. Loved watching that dude. He was amazing. Prime Deion, I'm taking Deion Sanders. I want prime time. I do enjoy Revis Island because when he would pull up, whenever you would see a receiver go to Revis Island, you knew it was a wrap. But, man, I'm not going against prime time, man. That dude was special. I mean, Revis was special too, but that man was special and he was a performer. I want that guy on my team. Ooh, I would take Deion. You got to have prime time on your squad. Ravens should just go all in on linemen for the next few years. I hope they focus in on this offensive line in the draft. Please. Thank you, Justin Tucker, for getting me to 100 fantasy points. Nice. Tucker doing what he's doing. Revis was great, bro. I'm telling you, when he took people to Revis Island, it was a wrap. Yeah, he played for Deion Sanders played for the Ravens for a couple years. I have his jersey right there, number 37 on the wall. He played for us for a couple years. I believe it was from 04 to like 06. That's kind of how I ended up with his jersey. So, yeah, that's a vintage. You wouldn't really be able to find that jersey because it's like a vintage like Deion Sanders jersey from like 04, 05. So yeah, he did play with the Ravens for a couple seasons. Lions have wasted so many players prime. It could be a documentary. The Lions have been an embarrassment since you could say it since the curse, but nah, they've just been an embarrassment. What's going on, Davon? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. We just watching this Monday Night Football game. For my calculations, Ravens are gonna beat the Packers in the Super Bowl, but I was never good at math. I don't know. Who's winning the Super Bowl? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue who's winning the Super Bowl. I don't even know who's going to make the Super Bowl. I can't pick a team out of the AFC. I don't trust any of these teams in the AFC. Kansas City is starting to gain some favor, so that's good for them. The Patriots are also starting to gain some favor too, so credit to them. But, again, I really don't trust any of these teams right now coming out of the AFC. The NFC is it's looking like it's going to be between the Packers and the Cardinals. However, I would not sleep on the Bucs because of what we see Brady do all the time in the postseason. But I just don't know. Derek Carr or Matthew Stafford next 3 years. That's a tough one. I'm going to take Derek Carr, man. Matthew Stafford is what he is. I mean, Derek Carr is what he is too, but Matthew Stafford will always give you great stats, but in the biggest moments, he fails to show up. Derek Carr has had plenty of moments where he's shown up. In fact, in some cases, both of them have had plenty of situations where they've been screwed over because of the team they play for. But again, Matthew Stafford has been in the league longer than Derek Carr, so at least if I take Derek Carr for the next 3 years, Derek Carr probably has a better chance of being in the league within the next 3 years than Matthew Stafford. But knowing how Stafford's played so far in his career, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, Washington, let's see what you can do with this situation here. Prime Megatron or Prime Moss. That's a toughie. 1st and 10, because Moss was just, oh my God, he was show. But Megatron was the ultimate monster. I'm going to have to take Megatron. I felt that if Megatron didn't play for the Lions and got to play as long as Randy Moss, he would be considered better than Randy Moss. Megatron was a monster, man. He was a monster. Unlike anything we've seen. If there was any guy I believe could potentially capture that potential number 1 spot as a receiver, it could have been Megatron. If he would have played longer, he would have had a shot. But he wasn't going to take that number 1 spot. Nobody's going to take that number 1 spot. I'm sorry, Rice is going to have that forever. Seahawks moving on from Russ after this year? Hell no. 3rd down and 3. Oh, that's a jump. That's a jump. That's a jump. That's a jump. He jumped. Dion was a great corner, but Revis Island would give wide receivers nightmare. With Dion, he was just different, man. But Revis was plain on scary. Revis was scary, but Dion was just like, again, it don't matter who you take, but Dion was, both of them were great, but Dion was great and he put on a show. So I gotta take Dion. Prime Julio Jones or prime Darrelle Revis. I'm a Julio guy, so I'm saying Julio. He gonna win that matchup. I'm gonna pick Julio. Pelicans AD or Kings DeMarcus Cousins. Pelicans AD. Pelicans AD. First down here for Washington. We may actually be finding ourselves now. Play action here. Heineke. Throwing downfield. He hits his man McLaurin. Terry picking up the first down. Nice throw here in stride. What's going on, Devin? Tony Gonzalez is considered the greatest tight end, so I would have to pick Gonzalez. Antonio Gates was a beast, though. He's top 5, but like Tony Gonzalez was seen as number 1 by many people. So, yes, Gonzalez. Patriots don't win the Super Bowl in 2015 without Revis. That is true. Will Matthew Stafford make the Pro Bowl? He has a shot, but I mean, he's starting to ruin it, so I don't know. Here we go. Getting it to Carter here. Going to hand it to him. He's going to pick up a couple yards. Second down. Patriots versus Packers. Ravens versus Cowboys. Bills versus Cardinals. Kansas City versus Rams. Wide open at this point. It can go either way. Antonio Gates or Gronkowski. It's going to be Gronkowski. I mean, we look at both of their resumes. It's going to be Gronkowski. Antonio Gates was a beast, but Gronkowski literally he's getting closer and closer to being seen as number 1. Like, he's in that conversation, man. It's Gronkowski. I don't know. Despite all the surgeries this man has gone through, he's still been able to perform at such a high level, and he's so accomplished. 2nd and 6. They're going to get it to Curtis Samuel. Welcome back, my mans. Glad to see you on the field again. Hopefully you can continue to stay healthy. I'm glad to see. I was waiting for them to get him the ball. I wasn't 100% sure that Curtis Samuel was going to play this week, but he is on the field. We got to utilize him a little bit more. Just welcome back, my man. They tried to play him earlier in the season. Didn't work out. Had to get himself back together, but he's back on the field. That's great. But, yeah, we got to get Curtis Samuel more involved here. 1st and 10 here for Washington. Heineke. Play action here. Going to take that snap. Pressure's coming. He's going to roll to his left, and he's going to break the tackle. And he's going to slide. How did he not get sacked there? How did he not get sacked? This man's elusive. This man is elusive. How did he not get sacked? Better charger of all time, LT or Antonio Gates? That's a question I want to see Chargers fans answer. I mean, LT was such a legend, but Antonio Gates was also a legend, and he played there for such a long time. Antonio Gates. Again, if you ask Charger fans, that would be tough. But, I don't think Charger fans can pick between either one of them. But they might just give you Antonio Gates. They may give you Antonio Gates, man. 2nd and 7. They're going to hand this to Gibson. He's going to get maybe a yard. So 3rd down here for Washington. Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith. I mean, I loved Barry so much, so I'm going to take Barry. You would have to ask Charger fans, man. LT was that dude. Oh, no. No injury. This season has been rough for everybody, man. All these injuries continue to pile up. So be the game, man, but it's tough. As a Ravens fan, I'm never going to pick Troy. You know the answer. Before you even ask that question, you know the answer is going to be Ed Reed. You look around, you see the Ravens poster, you know I'm going to pick Ed Reed. And even if I wasn't a Ravens fan, I would still pick Ed Reed by a tick. However, both of them, in my opinion, are in the same league. They're in the same league. I see plenty of people asking me that question, and it's I'm never going to pick Troy. Y'all know I'm not going to pick Troy. As a Ravens fan, I wouldn't pick him. But even if I wasn't a Ravens fan, I would say they're about even. They're about even. I might say Ed Reed's maybe a tiny tick better. But they're about even to me. You could take either one of these guys, and you can win with them. They were just that different. They were different from everyone else that was playing the game. You just know about that. And yeah, Jonathan Taylor's on pace to become the best running back all time. I mean, if he keeps playing the way he's playing. I've hated Gronk and Brady from the beginning, and I finally gave up and got to admit they're incredible. Yeah, a lot of us hated the Patriots growing up. A lot of us hated the Patriots when we first were watching them. But, over time, you just got to give them their credit. I hate the Patriots, but I also respect them, and that's just how it is. I mean, if you keep winning, what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to hate on the team that continues to win. Julio in his prime could actually have a decent shot against prime time. Not that he'll win, but Julio will probably give Deion the run for his money. Julio would definitely give Deion the run for his money. Won't be an easy matchup for either one of those. Even Deion will tell you that. SpongeBob or Teen... Just going to leave it as SpongeBob and move on. Why would you ask me that question as if I'm not going to pick SpongeBob? I don't even watch Teen Titans Go. So obviously the answer is going to be SpongeBob. Even if I did, because I know what that series is about, I'm not going to pick that over SpongeBob. Do you understand that? Even, again, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob is enough for me to put that above most of the cartoons I've watched. No question. That first 3 seasons was nothing but nostalgia. Okay? Do you understand the amount of adult jokes? The first 3 seasons of SpongeBob can be watched by a child and an adult, and both of them will be laughing for 2 different reasons. They piled up so many adult jokes there, it's not even crazy. Third down and 6, Heineke gets the first down here, picks it up, nice throw. What? That's just disrespectful. It's going to be SpongeBob without a doubt. That's not even a question you should ask. That's not even a question you should ask. It's going to be SpongeBob. SpongeBob's probably it's going to be in the Cartoon Hall of Fame if that's actually a thing, which some people make it. It's going to potentially go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, a cartoon of all time. Or at least one of the most popular. It's that influential. 1st and 10 here for Washington. This is a good drive by them. They're in Seattle territory. They're going to hand this to Gibson. Gibson's going to pick up maybe a yard. But yeah, man, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob was just filled with nothing but adult jokes. It was amazing. It was amazing. So you can watch as a kid, you can watch as an adult, and you'll laugh. That's just how good they were. That's how great the writing staff was. You're stuck with 16 games. 17 is too dangerous. Well, you tell that to the league, man. We kind of said something about that. Polamalu might be the most biased. Wait. Heineke, downfield. Oh, no! Why did that have to happen? Why did that have to happen? He was going for Logan Thomas, and that just happened. That hurt me. That's why I can't watch Washington. With the Ravens, it's a different situation, but Washington just brings out. Picked him off, man. Oh yeah, Jamal Adams actually got an interception. Back to getting myself here. Reed Polamalu might be the most biased question of all time, depending on who you ask. Is a no-brainer. You can say that. We were the team that gave the Patriots the hardest game in the playoffs. I'm proud of that. True. Of course, the Bucks make the Super Bowl. The NFL is scripted. Everyone's been saying that all the time. I was disappointed Teen Titans Go. I mean, everyone expected it to be an extension or a continuation of the original series, but, it turned out to not be that. Again, if you take it for what it is, which is just a parody, it's a parody cartoon. It's just a parody. If you take it for what it is, you can enjoy it. If you don't, and you try to compare it to the original Teen Titans, that's where you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be hurt. Brady's overrated. I'm sorry. You're telling me a guy with the best weapons, the best O-line, a good run game, a good defense, and on top of that, a cupcake schedule wins this much? Like, obviously he will. Hey, I mean, take it how you will, man. It is what it is. Prime Julio was different breed. 301 receiving yards on the Panthers is easily the best in his prime. AB definitely second best of the 2010s, but easily a close second. I got to take Julio, though. I mean, between Julio and AB, I would take Julio, but that's just me. That's just how it is. One of the best shows of all time. Yeah, definitely one of the best shows of all time. Julio Jones versus Charles Woodson. That's a tough question. That's a tough question. Damn. That's 50-50. That's 50-50. That's a 50-50. That's a coin flip. That's a coin flip. I can't pick. That's a coin flip. Jamal Adams picked up. Yeah, I can't believe he pulled that off. We can never beat the Seahawks. Unfortunately, it's not fair. It's not fair. When Jamal Adams picks you off, you know it's over. You know it's bad when Jamal Adams gets an interception in the game. Cannot believe that happened. It just bounced in the air, and it's just like, oh, Julio Jones is the Randy Moss of the 2010s. Now, Julio Jones is the Julio Jones of the 2010s. You cannot compare him to Randy Moss. Those two are just two different types of receivers. Damn. Play action here, Wilson. Oh, he's going deep now. And he's got Lockett wide. Oh, my goodness. Lockett makes the catch. Why can't we ever beat the Seahawks? Where the hell were you going? His career high is 2 interceptions. It is what it is with him. You know what you're getting from Jamal Adams. First and 10 for the Seahawks. Why? Wilson's feeling himself now. He's going to roll to his left. Toss it again. Nice throw here. Oh, let's go. He fumbled it. Come on, Washington. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. That's Washington's football. I swear if this flag screws us over, come on. That's Washington's football. That flag's got to be on Seattle. That flag has got to be on Seattle. Holding or some crap. That's got to be a penalty on Seattle. Fumble recovery. Knock that out of Alex Collins' hands. Collins knocked the ball out of Collins' hands. That's weird. It better be holding on the offense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Okay, the Washington defense saving our tails here. That would have been a bad one. Pick it up. He's a mix of a Yinzer. I am not a Yinzer. Don't even try me with that. And Pat McAfee mentality. I'll take the Pat McAfee reference. That is awesome because Pat McAfee is awesome. Okay, here we go. Heineke dodges the pressure. Here we go. Heineke throws. Caught. Gets it to Logan Thomas. First down. Heineke's making plays now. We know we got to capitalize on that. What you doing? It's a catch. Got to get the other coach to explain that it's a catch. Look at that. Whoop! Out of my way. I'm telling you, man, Heineke got the seat. This is why I told y'all Heineke was supposed to be the guy from week 1. But nah. Y'all wanted to go with that other guy. Hopefully he's recovering, but when he is healthy, don't go back to him. Heineke's clearly the guy. 1, 2, he slid it. He slid it. He slid it. He slid his foot. That's a first down. All right, 1st and 10. Here we go, a screen for Gibson. Getting close. Why do you want the Seahawks to lose so much? No, I don't want the Seahawks to lose. I want Washington to win because I'm supporting Washington. I don't care about freaking Seattle winning or losing. I don't care who the opponent is. I support Washington, so I want Washington to win. That's just how it is. Pat McAfee, greatest punter of all time. It's not even the competition. Yep. 2nd and 1. Oh, Gibson gets stopped. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick got injured. Yeah, I know about that. He was injured a while back, early on in the season. I felt they shouldn't have started him. They should have put in Heineke. But you know, it is what it is. It's like you're a Washington fan right now. Yeah, because I support Washington. I've been saying this. I support Washington. It's not like I'm a Washington fan right now. I've always supported Washington for a long time. It's just that I don't really like to show. It's a difference maker. Washington puts me in a different mood from the Ravens. Because the Ravens, I understand. I've seen the Ravens have success. I've seen them win at the highest level. Washington has been irrelevant for my entire life. And that irks me. So they put me in a different mood. Oh, man, if I was recording back in the Kirk Cousins days, that would have been a different situation. Woo, man, I had some words for Cousins. 2-minute warning. Isn't Maryland and Washington like rivals or something? I guess so. I mean, plenty of Washington fans don't really care for Ravens fans. If it's a rivalry, I don't care. I watch both, and I'm a fan of the Ravens, and I support Washington. What do you think of Dan Snyder? We're not gonna win us. Don't even get me started on Snyder. I don't like the man. I want him to sell the team. I want him gone. And I've been on the record on many occasions saying Washington will never win anything prominent with that man owning the team, and we all know it. So no, I'm not a fan of Dan Snyder. Simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, your new slogan or I mean, I'm not the only one that said that. I'm sure other people have said that before. I gotta just say it just to address everybody. I wouldn't really say it's my new slogan because I don't really have a slogan because I'm not the only one to use that line before. Same with what's going on, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I'm not the first one to say that. It's kind of just what I say, you know. If I say what I'm in the mood to say. Oh, that is a tough question, George. I'm not finna go into none of that. Do I think it was? I'm not gonna answer that here. Clearly, it would still be here if it wasn't. It was considered offensive. Took it away. It was offensive for a long time. They took it away. I'm not about to get into that. It was handled the way they handled it. It is what it is. But I'm not about to get into that because that's a dicey topic. Eric Berry is one of my favorites. Man came back to play after Hawkins. Yeah, he came back to play after that, and it was awesome. I'll take neither. Both those owners can just move on. Please. Just move on. But, again, I'll take anyone. No, I wouldn't take anyone over this. I mean, I would because I don't like the man. But at the same time, I don't want another terrible owner over one terrible owner. Owners usually go till they die, so Snyder's good. Yeah, and Snyder's in his 50s, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's in his 50s, man. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. And that's the scary part. I'm a Titans-Packers fan. Got the Tom Grossi stamp of approval to bandwagon them, so I suppose I'm a cheesehead now. Hey, they'll take anybody. I love watching Green Bay, too. Well, I mean, you could definitely see I watch Green Bay, a lot of Green Bay games. The two rants that are on my channel of both the NFC Championship games loss of last year and the year before would speak on my anger and disgust when they lose. Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees? That's a tough one. Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was just, oh my God. Both of them have a ring. Both of them are the greatest quarterbacks of their generation. Both of them have so many records and so many accomplishments. Oh, man. I really don't know, guys. 2nd down and 5 here for Washington. I can take. Oh, Heineke's just dodging the pressure, but they got him. You do not want Paul Brown. I don't want either one of those guys. I don't know who's worse, Dan Snyder or Dean Spanos. Spanos is terrible. Snyder is terrible. Both of them, it don't matter who's worse. Both of them are terrible, and their franchise is suffering because of it. I want it to be your slogan. It could. I don't know. It could. Prime A-Rod or record-breaking Peyton Manning. I'm Peyton Manning. I'm taking Manning. Y'all, people really don't seem to appreciate that 2013 season from Tom Brady. That 2013 season, because that was Brady, no, that 2013 season from Peyton Manning. Sorry, I saw Brady over here and I read the wrong name. But people don't really appreciate that 2013 Peyton Manning season. I still believe it's the greatest MVP season of all time. It's between that and Dan Marino's MVP season in '84. 3rd and 9, Heineke floats it! Incomplete. Because they only talk about the Super Bowl. Exactly. It's because of how the Super Bowl ended. If he would have just finished that off with winning the Super Bowl instead of getting embarrassed by the Seahawks, people would say that's the greatest quarterback season of all time. But we really got to appreciate that. I always like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was great. Drew is plain Jane and Rodgers is watered down Favre. Favre and Aaron don't even play the same type of way because Favre was a gunslinger and a risk taker. Aaron's more accurate and he can, doesn't try to throw a lot of turnovers. He's not taking risks. He's not a risk taker. Aaron Rodgers isn't that much of a risk taker and he's more accurate than Favre. Favre is the risk taker and the gunslinger. You could take either or. Both of them accomplished a lot. So I wouldn't say he's a watered down Favre. They don't play the same. Peyton Manning's my GOAT selection. Same here for me. Did I see the light show effects from the Ravens yesterday? I did not. But from some people have talked about it and said it was great. A-Rod is better than Favre. You can make the argument. Holding on the defense. The defense gives an opportunity for the offense. Thank you. Thank you, Seattle. We'll take that. We'll take that penalty. I don't know. Seattle's defense got called for holding, so Washington's offense can come right back on the field with a new set of downs. What's the biggest choke job in the Super Bowl besides Super Bowl 51? Baltimore Colts choking to the Jets or 16-0 Patriots losing to the little Giants that didn't deserve to win? I would say the 16. Oh, that's a stupid call. That's not a hold. That is not a hold. That is a stupid call. Well, never mind. I thought Seattle screwed up and gave us the opportunity, but in all honesty, the refs just made a bad call. That was a dumb call. That was a stupid. Refs always want to. Every week, every single game, the refs screw up. They just mess up the calls every week. I would say the Giants pulling off the upset against the 18-0 Patriots would be the biggest choke job right there for the Patriots. Heineke's going to take off, pick up a couple yards here. He's just dodging pressure. But yeah, the 18-0. Oh, another flag on the play for what? So the 18-0 Patriots losing to the Giants, yeah, that would be considered the biggest choke job in Super Bowl history because you were 18-0. Going up against an inferior Giants team, according to everybody. Oh, holding on the offense now. So yeah, you get an embarrassing, an offset penalty. Okay. Giants earned that W. Every time an underdog wins, you all say it's rigged. I didn't say it was rigged. Who said it was rigged? I love that. I absolutely said they earned that W. Did anybody not see what that Giants defense did to Brady in 07? I never said that was rigged. I love that. I occasionally go back and watch the Super Bowl 42. Do you know how many times I've gone back and rewatched Super Bowl 42 and just watched the domination of that defense? I have never said that game was rigged. They earned that W, and I've been a fan of saying that. Heineke throwing downfield, hits Carter, first down. Oh, other people in the chat. Yeah, some people would just say it's rigged because they're like, an inferior team beating a better team. That's not supposed to happen. 72 Dolphins, greatest team of all time. Well, they're undefeated, so another flag. Now it's a roughing the passer call. Refs are really taking over this end of the half. But yeah, 72 Dolphins are the only team that was ever undefeated, 14-0. So yeah, you give them their credit and say they should be considered the greatest team of all time because they never lost a game. 07 Brady got carried by 07 Moss. I would say more so that they were able to elevate each other. They were able to elevate each other because Brady was already great. Moss was great. Pairing Moss up with a quarterback like Tom Brady was already going to garner results. That's just how it was. So that was just greatness right there. We got a minute 10 left to go in the first half here. Heineke trying to get this team the lead just before halftime. Got to because Washington started with the ball here. Now, Washington had their first drive, went 3 and out. Seattle had their first drive. So Seattle's going to get the ball coming out of halftime. And if Washington wants to put themselves in good position to start off the second half, they're going to want to make sure they score here. The Patriots' comeback in the Super Bowl was better than their 16-0 season. Yeah, because they won. If they would have dominated and won, do you know what's better than a comeback? Complete domination. I don't care. A comeback means you screwed up and you just made it. You screwed up, so now you went out there and fixed your mistakes. And they did screw up in that game because they got embarrassed to start off the pretty much the first 2.5 quarters. They got embarrassed in that game, and they just made up with it with the rest of the game. But everyone knows domination is just better than comebacks. You don't want to have to do comebacks. That means you messed up and now you're making up for it. Domination means you were just that great. And that puts you into football immortality. If they would have pulled that off and went 19-0, they would be immortal. That team would be immortal in football history. Yao Ming or Alonzo Mourning? George. Hold on. 2nd and 7. Quick toss here. He's going. He's in. Touchdown. McKissick gets the touchdown, and Washington's going to take the lead. Washington's going to take the lead. Washington's going to take the lead. Okay. George, asking me about Yao Ming versus Alonzo Mourning. You're not going to get any object. I'm not going to be objective here. I'm going to be incredibly biased. I don't know if you know this, George, but I'm a Miami Heat fan, so you already know the answer to my question. Oh, it's blocked! Oh, no, he's going. He's going. Somebody's got to catch him. Oh, God, he's going. They're going to get the 2, and they'll tie the game. Somebody catch him. Oh, my God, we just tied this game. Wow. You don't see that happen often. Well, you see block extra points, block kicks, but to take it to the house? Somebody catch this man. Oh my God. Nobody's gonna come on, bro. You gotta catch him. No, it's not gonna catch him. Wow. And he took it to the distance, man. This is an interesting game. I ain't gonna lie right now. I did not expect to see that. So instead of Washington having a 3-point lead, we're now tied in this football game at 9 apiece. 2011 Packers or 2015 Panthers. 2015 Panthers went all the way to the Super Bowl and just lost to a Denver defense that was possessed. If you watched the Denver defense in the AFC Championship game against Brady, you would understand why they went on to win that Super Bowl, and I called it. 2011 Packers were coming off of their Super Bowl win, went 15-1, and absolutely got embarrassed by Eli Manning and the 9-7 Giants. Obviously, we're taking the 2015 Panthers that went to the Super Bowl. Biggest massacre of a Super Bowl of all times? Well, you got to look at Super Bowl 48. There's no reason for them to lose that way. Super Bowl 48. Falcons. And then again, I mean, I can't even look at a massacre for the Falcons one in 2016 because that was an epic comeback. That wasn't a massacre because for much of that game you were dominating, and then all of a sudden it was just you were slowly choking the game away. From the get-go with that Super Bowl, with Super Bowl 48, we knew things weren't going to be going well. We just knew. 2015 Panthers, they could have won if O-line blocked. Man, that could be said for a lot of teams, man. Man. Was the Music City Miracle a forward pass? It's going to be debated forever. It looks like a forward pass. Honestly, it looks like it's honestly the straightest pass we've ever seen. It doesn't look like it was forward. It doesn't look like it was behind. It just looked like it was a straight pass. So it didn't go forward. It didn't go behind. So I don't even know how you rule that. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I don't know if this is a forward pass, but it doesn't look forward. It doesn't look like it was a legal pass. It just looks like it's a straight throw. They got 48 seconds here. So Seattle's trying to get something going. We'll see what happens. The Giants always beat people they're not supposed to. Credit to them, They show up in the biggest stage at times, and that's good on them. 2nd and 2. They throw it here. Incomplete 3rd down. It just looked like a straight throw. It wasn't a forward pass. It wasn't a legal pass. It was just a straight throw. And because it was a straight throw, I don't know how you roll that. It didn't look like it was forward. It didn't look like it was behind. So they just said, well, it didn't go forward, so it is what it is. Would not be nice if it was Mahomes versus Lamar. Wouldn't it be nice if it was Mahomes versus Lamar in the AFC Championship game? Just like all those years, it was Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. I'm hoping one day we'll get that matchup. But, Baltimore's had 2 opportunities to meet Kansas City in the championship game, and they've fallen on both those chances. They've fallen short in the divisional round. Maybe this year they get it together. Who knows? 3rd down and 2. Washington's not going to let them go. And they're going to make the stop. And Washington's going to try and take a timeout? Washington's going to try and take a timeout, see if they can get to field goal range. What teams do you believe can challenge the Warriors in the playoffs and finals? Well, in the Eastern Conference, I look at the Bucks. I would say the Bucks. I think Miami can give them a challenge. And that's not just because I'm a Heat fan, because Miami plays great defense. So I look at the Bucks. I say the Bucks, the Nets, and the Heat. I think could really give them a challenge if they were to meet up in the finals. That's just how I see it right now, because these teams, well, I would say more so the Bucks and the Heat, because they play great defense. With the Nets, it's just the Nets just have that firepower. I mean, they had Kyrie. That's a different conversation. I'd really just say the Nets. I mean, not the Nets. I'd really just say the Bucks and Miami because of how well they play defense. But in terms of the Western Conference, Western Conference. They're going to go for this on 4th down? Really? Western Conference, I would say the Suns could give them a challenge. If they 4th down and 1 here. They're going to go for this here on 4th down. This is a gutsy call here by Seattle. They don't want to get the ball back to Washington. They're going to go for a quarterback sneak if they go for this. He's not going to snap it. He's not going to snap it. They're trying to get us to jump. He's not going to snap it. Take your time out and move on. You know you ain't going to snap that. They should have taken the time out after a 1st down. They threw away about 15 seconds there. Yeah, they were going fast. Ravens' first divisional round bust was bad coaching. Lamar sat too many days. Again, I wasn't a fan of resting the players, especially considering you were going to get a 1st-round bye, because I wasn't a fan of that. You were like, you're already going to get the 1st-round bye. Just play them in Week 17. But you know what? They chose to make that decision. At the end of the day, they suffer the consequences. So I understand why, because we had a couple injuries towards the end of the season. You wanted to rest those guys. But I felt like at least Lamar should have played. Lamar was healthy. Don't rest Lamar. Let him play that last week. What about Mavericks and Jazz? I don't like the Mavericks. First of all, I don't think the Mavericks have enough firepower to really challenge. When I look at the Mavericks as a team, I don't think they have enough firepower. I love what I see from Luka, but I just don't think they have enough firepower. And then when it comes to the Jazz, I think the Jazz can definitely be a challenge, but for some reason, Utah in the playoffs have been very underwhelming. They don't look like the same team we see in the regular season, and it's becoming a problem. So it's hard for me to put my faith in the Jazz. I like what I'm seeing for the Jazz, but they've been underwhelming in the postseason the last couple years, and especially last year. Last year was a wide opportunity. It was a great opportunity for them, and they just kind of blew it against the Clippers, and I just don't know about the Jazz, man. I really thought they'd win that series, but they've been underwhelming in the postseason. OSU is in the Big 12 championship. I think they can win. I think they got a great shot to win. All right, Washington's not even going to take a shot here. They're going to, I know what OSU is. They're going to take a knee here, and they're going to head into halftime. So that is your game. It's all tied up here at 9-9. Why'd I say it like that? It's all tied up 9 apiece here between Washington and Seattle. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see how that goes. We need to help Luka. The Mavericks are suffering from it, absolutely. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Until then, I will see you guys then. Na, 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 na. Okay, we're back. Oh, wow. Get back automatically to a flag, huh? That's exactly what I wanted to see. Walking back into a flag. What's a flag for? We just kicked off. Got a whole second half of football to play. Let's not start with this flag nonsense right now. Of course, that's how you want to start off this. That's how you want to start off this second half, huh? With the hold. Hey, someone's close to my name. That's nice. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Seahawks. Play action here for Russell Wilson. Looking, gonna fire it. Quick throw here, gonna pick up maybe 2 yards. Ow, my throat. Oh, this talking gets my throat. But yeah, maybe gonna pick up 2 yards. 2nd down here for the Seahawks. Second and 8 here for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson going to take this on the center. Going to hand this ball off here. You're going to pick up maybe 2 yards there. So 3rd down here for the Seahawks. Remember victorious? Yeah, I remember victorious. So now Tressway has to be the kicker potentially. Oh, that's fun. 3rd down and 4 here for Seattle. He's got to handle all the punting and kicking now. That's fantastic. That's exactly what Washington needs. 3rd down and 4. Let's force a 3 and out to start this game. Come on, Washington. Get the ball back to Get the ball back to the offense. Here we go. Russell Wilson takes a snap. Looks towards his left. He fires. He completely misses him. He threw it behind Everett, incomplete, and the Seahawks will go 3 and out to start this drive. Let me take a look at this real quick. Everett was open. He just threw it behind him. That was a bad throw by Russell Wilson. He had a dude completely open, and he just threw it behind him. What was he doing? That's a bad throw by Russell Wilson. Had a dude wide open for the 1st down, and you throw that. All right, I mean, that's cool. I'll take that. Punt here. Ooh, this is a nice punt. Oh, he beams this one. Oh, he muffed it! Come on, man. Are you trying to cost us the game? Get yourself together. We just got back in. What are you doing, Carter? Come on, get your head back in the game. Almost screwed us over there. Russ is not cooking right now. He's burning the food. Russ is burning the food. That is not good. He is burning the food. Seahawks are miserable. Yeah, it's just not their season, man. It's been a bad season for them. Pretty much the entire season has been bad for them. So you just, I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, what can you do? Like at this point, what can you really do? You just got to deal with it, man. It's just something they're gonna have to deal with. They can keep playing and see what they can get, but nothing's really going to change, man. Nothing's really going to change. It's just you got to focus, man. You can't be almost screwed us up there. Carter really almost screwed us up there. Now they've been bad, man. You would have given Seattle perfect field position to go and put some points up and take this lead. But let's see what the Washington offense can do here for the second half. Hopefully we can get something going for the most part. Oh, fun. That's something I'll have to deal with. Okay. Oh, another Baker Mayfield commercial. Oh, I've seen this one before. I still think Washington isn't that good. The Bucs just had a bad game. I mean, they're not better than the Bucs. It's not like Washington's a great team, but they can fight to get a playoff spot. And if you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. They have one more win than the Texans. Yes, that is true. It's been that type of year for the Seahawks. It's been rough. It's been very rough for them. But it is what it is, you know. You just deal with it however you can deal with it. It's not a fun season for Seahawks fans, but what are you gonna do? Everyone else in the division is competing for a playoff spot. You're kind of just there. That's rough. I doubt Baker would sign with the Steelers. Baker's not. If Cleveland will have him, Baker is not signing with the Steelers. Oh, you're like, what's the chance Baker ends up with the Steelers next year? I doubt it. Pittsburgh doesn't want him. 1st and 10, Heineke tosses it here to McLaurin, and McLaurin's going to pick up the first down and fight for some more yards. Goes all the way up to near midfield. But yeah, Steelers aren't going to go. First of all, chances of Baker ending up with the Steelers is quite low, especially if Aaron Rodgers is available. I don't see why. The Steelers are prepared to go after Aaron Rodgers this offseason. That's where they're looking to get. They're not looking for no Baker Mayfield. They're looking for Aaron Rodgers. That's one. Two, I mean, it comes down to Cleveland whether or not they want him. And I still think they're going to sign him. Maybe it's not the money he's asking for, the money you would think he could get. But they may still sign him. 1st and 10, Heineke gives it to Curtis Samuel. He's going to pick up around 5 yards. 2nd down. FedEx Field leaking. Is it raining over there? I'm not at the stadium right now, so if it's raining over, that's not good. I feel so bad you guys sit through this game. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I watched the team. I gotta sit through it, but at the same time, I could just choose not to live stream. But this is Washington, so I guess I have an obligation. You know, if this was any other team, I wouldn't be on Monday Night Football. But this is Washington, so I'm going to watch. 2nd and 6. They're gonna hand this here to Gibson. Oh, it's just cloudy there? Okay, that's cool. It's just cloudy. All right. It was leaking in the Chargers game without. What are you talking? You know, I'm not finna try to figure that out. 3rd down and 2. Quick throw here to Carter. That was a low throw, but Carter's gonna pick up the first down here. All right, this is a nice drive here by Washington, moving down the field. Just a simple bubble screen here, something quick. Just quick throw. Gets it to Carter. Carter made sure to make that catch. This is crazy. 18 first downs picked up by Washington compared to 4 first downs picked up by Seattle. Washington is dominating in time of possession, but it's a tie game. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just don't know what to tell you. Here we go. 1st and 10. Play action. Heineke looking downfield. It is dropped. He was going to Carter, and Carter couldn't get it. Feel free to, geezer. Man, you're free. Feel free to. Don't necessarily affect me. I ain't got a problem with it. Carter, you got to make that catch. You got to make that catch, Carter. You got to make that catch. It's in your hands. Oh, that's a good throw. You got to make that catch. As long as it's not wild, you can drop something. As long as it's not wild. If it's something cool and sensible, that's cool, but nothing wild or crazy. 2nd and 10 here. Heineke looks over the middle, fires, goes right back to Carter across the middle, and he's going to catch it and pick up 9 here. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
This wide receiving crew for Washington, between what Carter's doing here, we've seen Terry McLaurin do this a number of times in back-to-back weeks. Make that tough catch.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1 here for Washington. They're going to run this ball. 3rd and 1, they're going to pick up the first down. There you go. Washington continues to move the ball. They continue to move the ball. Like how they continue to use McKissick and Gibson. They're alternating between the two, and it's working out. This is balanced. 23 rushes, 26 passes. That is a balanced offense right there. That's what you want to see. Their game plan is balanced. Mixing up the run with the pass. Heineke's been good for the most part. 1st and 10 here for Washington. Heineke in the shotgun. Going to take the snap. Looking towards his right. Going to throw over the middle to Gibson. Gibson with the spin move, and he's going to pick up another first down. Washington continues to move the chains. They continue to pick up first downs, and they're inching closer and closer to scoring. Nice spin move right there. Washington hasn't been relevant since the signing of Bruce Smith, and that was a long time. All right, here we go. First down here for Washington. Heineke handing this ball off to Gibson. Gibson gets the edge. Gibson going to pick up a first down. It's 1st and goal for Washington. They continue to move the chains. They continue to make plays on the ground, through the air. Moving the chains, extending the drive, picking up first downs. This was a nice run here by Gibson, getting the edge, cutting it to the outside. Good blocking there too. All right, here we go. 1st and goal for Washington. Let's see if they can put some points up, take this lead. This is a better start to this game here compared to how they started off in the first half. 1st and goal. Play action. Heineke, you know he's trying to look across the middle, trying to buy time. He's going to throw it up. Nothing there. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. 2nd and goal here for Washington. Pressure was coming. Adams, he was close, man. He almost got him. Heineke was able to get the ball out. All right, 2nd and goal here. Come on, wait, Jamal Adams has 0 sacks this season? Wow, that's bad. 2nd and goal here for Washington. They're going to hand this to McKissick. McKissick's got a hole. He's going to go through, and it's a touchdown. And Washington's going to take the lead. Ten-yard touchdown run by McKissick. What is this game? I mean, it's a football game. I don't know how else to pronounce it. It's a football game, man. It's a football game. It's a weird game, but it's a football game. It shouldn't be a 9-9 game, but hey, it is what it is. McKissick, man, just runs through the middle. Nice block here, man. Got a nice block, saw a hole, and just went straight through it for the touchdown. People say that Washington should draft a quarterback. I think that's wrong. Heineke is good when he wants to be. I mean, Heineke is good. I wouldn't be completely against them drafting a quarterback, but with Heineke, if Heineke can take this team to the playoffs, you may got your guy here. If Heineke could take you there, I don't see why you would want to get somebody else just after this season. Oh, they're going to give it to Gibson, and he's going to pick up the 2-point conversion. And it's an 8-point game here in Washington. That was a very tough call by Rivera, but he chose to. Ron Rivera getting a little aggressive. All right, Washington knows, man, this is a big game. They got to win this. We broke the longest 2-pointer drought. It's been a long time since they've converted on a 2-point. That's crazy. Last 12. Oh, goodness. All right, finally getting the 2. And Washington with an 8-point lead here in the third quarter. We always look at Google for looking up stuff. Oh, calculus. That was a rough time. I hate calculus. Washington last time when they kicked an extra point, they got blocked. I don't blame them. I'd go for 2. First of all, I think at this point, Washington's going to go for 2 because your kicker's hurt. Your kicker's hurt. And you don't want to have your punter out there kicking a field goal or kicking an extra point. Your kicker's hurt. So, yeah, Washington, yes, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it on 4th down. If it's 4th and short, within field goal range, they're going to go for it. If it's they score a touchdown and they got to get an extra point, they'll go for 2. With your kicker being hurt, not much you can really do. You just got to do what you can do, which means you're going to have to go for 2. Luckily, they were able to get it here, so, I mean, hopefully if they are able to score again, they'll be able to get it. But this point forward, you're going to go for it on 4th down, and you're just going to have to go for it. Go for 2 at this point. You think Lamar is ever going to start doing commercials? Lamar has done commercials. He's done a couple commercials. I mean, he's been in commercials before. It's just not. It's just that he doesn't have a lot of commercials. But Lamar has a couple commercials. You probably go look on YouTube and see his commercials. But he's been doing commercials. We just don't see it on TV that much. I saw something that people who play instrument have stronger fingers. Damn it, Ian. You know I can't finish that statement. Congrats to you. I mean, I guess I fall under that because I played an instrument. But I'm not. Man, Ian, damn it, man. You all for that. Did you know that Bill Belichick has a punter doing the kickoffs? Did not know that, but of course Bill Belichick would be the type of person to pull that off. You wrong for that, Ian. What happens if a punter gets hurt? Will they go for it every time? If a punter gets hurt, they may have somebody else. I mean, you always try to have somebody else on the team that could potentially do punts. So they might, if the punter gets hurt, well, I mean, if the punter gets hurt, then your kicker's going to do it. So if the kicker and the punter both get hurt, you're in a tough situation. You might get the long snapper to potentially punch it. You'll have either a long snapper or somebody on the team that has some punting experience to be able to go for it. And if you don't, you're just going to have to do your best and just go for it every time. You know, you just hope both your kicker and your punter don't get hurt. Yo, easy. How far is the M&T Bank Stadium from FedEx Field? Like an hour? Hour and a half? Man, what man, Monday Night Football with these freaking. I'm sorry, dude. I just saw that and it had me rolling. My self-esteem's in the dumps, and I need something to be proud of. Man, listen, you're definitely going through a tough time. I hope things get better for you for the most part, but life can be tough. You know, you never know what you want. You may be going through something tough, or you may be dealing with something, or you may be trying to figure out your life and figure out what you want to do. The number one thing you got to work on is your self-esteem. You know, it's all about self-love. You got to love and appreciate yourself, and you always got to look to do something more. Maybe getting a new hobby, looking at life from a different perspective, reaching out to some of your family or your family, your friends, or your loved ones. Just reaching out to somebody. If you're feeling depressed or you're feeling down and life's not going well for you, you know, try to look for something that can make you happy. The small things that make you happy, try to go more towards that. Reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member, a loved one, and just talk about it. Because, you know, expressing what is hurting you or expressing what's depressing you is the first step to fixing that problem and improving your overall, you know, self-esteem. So, you know, it's tough. I know a lot of people's self-esteem can be down, especially if they're going through a lot of tough situations right now. But talk to somebody. Definitely talk to somebody. Reach out to one of your family or loved ones. Look for a hobby. Look for something that can make you happy in your life. And just think that no matter what, you are you. Oh, well, let me first of all, 3rd and 3 here. Quick throw. It's almost picked. It's almost picked. Oh, my God. But it's 4th down here. They're going to have to punt the football. But, yeah, you know, it's all about self-love. And self-esteem can be low, but, you know, it's always about self-love, man. So, you know, just reach out to a family member, a friend, a loved one. Look for a hobby or just look towards the things that make you happy in life and just put more of a focus on that, you know. It is what it is. You know, everyone suffers from it. You're not alone, man. That was almost picked, but they're going to have to punt it. Damn, if that was picked, that'd be a good situation for Washington. Oh, that was okay. Well, we're going to start at the 25. No problem, Ian. My self-esteem sucks, too. I'm a really sensitive person, so it's easy for that to happen. But I just had a heartbreaking loss today in a football game, and I was bawling for an hour straight. Hey, man, listen, you're not going to be able to win every game. You're not going to be able to win every game. What you've lost is, what you lost can't be gained back, but what you still have should still be the most important thing. Losing the game is going to be tough. Those emotions are going to come out because, whether you're playing football, basketball, whatever you're playing, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you because if you care about that game, it's going to hurt you. So suffering a heartbreaking loss, man, it's going to be tough. Suffering a heartbreaking loss in the game is going to be tough, especially as a competitor because you tried so hard to win that game and you just weren't able to get it. But understand that, it's not the end of the world. It's unfortunate. We lost. It's tough. It's going to be in my mind for a while. But at the same time, use that as motivation to work hard. You and the team to work hard, come back and win the next game, whenever the next game comes up. Why did Mike Tirico commentate Sunday Night Football? I don't know. I got 2 touchdowns, though, so that was at least nice. So, hey, at least you did something. You were productive. But, I know at the same time it's about the team. You were productive, so that's a good thing. But, again, the team as a whole, just focus on what you guys did right, what you guys did wrong, what you can improve on, and use that as motivation to come back to win the next game. Do you think it's time for Big Ben to retire? Because I hear a lot of people saying that. Yes, it's time for Big Ben to retire. Like, it's definitely time for Big Ben to retire. Wait, it ain't an actual football team. It was just a little schoolyard game. Wait, what? Oh, so it was just so it wasn't like an actual game like you were going up against another school. You were just doing a little schoolyard thing. Okay, man, a game's still a game. You're a competitor. I'm sure Michael cried after a couple losses in some one-on-one games when he was a kid. Just means you're a competitor. It's nobody likes to lose. No, whether or not it's a game at the biggest stage or a simple game of like rock, paper, scissors. Nobody wants to lose. So, since you were playing that game, it sucks to lose. But hey, it's productive. You think about what you guys did right, what you did wrong, and come back out and play better. And at the end of the day, you guys can always play again next time. And, maybe next time your team actually pulls out the victory. What about the Manning Monday Night Football cast? They are not on, or at least I don't think so. I don't know if they're on or not. If they don't have Eli and Peyton. They don't have Eli and Peyton doing every single Monday Night Football. False start. I knew it. But yeah, false start. I knew that was coming. But yeah, they don't have Peyton and Eli doing every single game. Yeah, they don't have Eli and Peyton doing every game, so they're not gonna be on for every Monday Night Football game. To me, if you have Big Ben still starting, they're not gonna get far. I mean, they don't have anybody else. Big Ben's starting because they don't have anybody else. What is their other option? Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins. That's just how it is. You just gotta bounce back, like me with asking girls out. I've been rejected every single time, but I still persist and keep trying. Hey, rejection is just a part of life. It's as simple as that. Rejection is just a part of life. There are plenty of times where you're going to be rejected. You may be rejected to a school you want to go to. You may be rejected for a job you've been trying to get to. You've been trying to get for quite some time. You may be rejected by a girl, or if you're a girl and getting rejected by a guy, or if you're a girl and you get rejected by another girl. If you're a guy, you get rejected by another guy. Rejection just happens. It's what we all got to deal with in life. 2nd and 13. Nice throw here to Terry McLaurin. He's going to pick up about 11. It's going to be 3rd and short. Rejection is just a part of life. But don't let it define you. They always give you the classic, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, that's what it is. There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's what they say. But, just don't let it define you. Situations just happen, man. Situations just happen. 3rd and 2. They're going to run this, but they're not going to get it. Seattle made the stop. We're going to have to punt the football. But yeah, it's just how it is, man. They'll always talk about the whole there's plenty of fish in the sea, and I guess some people kind of just take that. I always just say rejection is a part of life. Rejection is a part of life. You kind of just deal with it, and you just move on. When it comes to losing out on a job, it's like, well, that opportunity wasn't there. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the job I wanted. The opportunity wasn't there, but hey, maybe there's another opportunity waiting for me in the future. I can't give up. I'll keep trying. Same thing for a school you want to go to. Hey, this is the school I wanted to go to. Unfortunately, I was not able to get into it. But hey, maybe another opportunity at a different school could give me some new opportunities that can open up something for me. So, hey, let me try another school. The school I wanted to go to didn't pick me. Let me try another one and see how that works out. Same thing for, asking a girl out, man. If you get rejected, it's like, oh, well, you know what? I gave it a shot. At least I had the courage to speak up on it. And hey, it is what it is. It's life, man. You just move on. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's just life. That's just how you do it. You get used to rejection and you just move on. It's just life, There's plenty of times people are going to get rejected in life. At some point, you're going to go through rejection, and it is what it is. I remember you were pissed when we drafted Owe. I wasn't necessarily pissed. I was more so confused because I was like, I don't know why you're drafting him when we needed a pass rusher. And then I looked into it and I was like, wait. We can use him on edge. Because I looked into it afterwards during the live stream. I was like, why did you get this instead of an offensive lineman? And then I was like, looking at this, like, where are we going to place him? You need an edge rusher. And then I was looking there, and it was like, yeah, they may use him on edge. And then everybody in the live stream was like, it's all good. We can use him on edge. Because I said he was a good player. I did say he was a good player. I wasn't mad at the pick. I just felt like we got to fix our needs, and I didn't know they were going to use him as an edge rusher because I didn't know much about Owe. And then I saw his position. It was like, yeah, we can use him on the edge. And I was like, we can use him on the edge? Okay, well, let's see what we have here. He did not have a sack during his final year in college. Oh, he's perfect. Ravens love to turn these projects into something special. So the minute that happened, I was like, okay, Owe should be fine. Would you trade Humphrey for Darius Leonard? I'd consider, but I'm not going to go for it. I'll just stick with Humphrey. Do you think the Steelers' offense needs to rely on Najee more in the pass and run? No, I don't think they need to rely on him more. They're already relying on him to do everything. How much more do they want to rely on a rookie running back to carry this offense? I don't think they should rely on him more. If anything, they better find other ways to score besides just utilizing Najee for everything. They're already relying on him to do damn near everything on their offense. How about you mix it up and get something going? How about we continue to see Deontay Johnson show up and step up more? Because he's been playing great. How about they utilize Deontay Johnson more? How about they utilize Chase Claypool even more, which they're trying to. But, how about we not put everything on a rookie running back? Let's not do that. Let's not add more to Najee's plate. He's already being overutilized so far for being a rookie. But it is what it is. He's handling it. You have other methods. Use other players, man. But yeah, overall message, get rejections just a part of life. Don't let it define you. Don't let it hurt you. And just move forward. 1st and 10 here with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Washington's up by 8. Seattle with the ball. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson, quick throw over the middle. It is caught. You guys will beat the brakes off of Cincinnati in your rematch. I don't see that happening. I don't see... What's the quarter? We're in the third quarter. I don't see that happening. Unless this offense gets themselves together finally. Unless the offense finally gets themselves together, we're not doing nothing like that. And even so, I don't see us destroying Cincinnati. Cincinnati's playing great football right now. 2nd and 4. Wilson. He's throwing downfield. He's looking for DK Metcalf, who's been relatively silent. Not even relative. He's been completely silent. What's been the worst game this season? Lions and Steelers. I think Lions and Steelers should be considered the worst game this season. If you watch that overtime game, it didn't even look like they were playing NFL football. It looked like that was high school football. It was that bad. I think close second was what we saw yesterday between the Ravens and the Browns. 3rd down and 4 here. They jumped. That's a jump. Wilson trying to buy time. He throws over the middle. It's almost picked off again. Oh, my God. Curl should have had that. The Ravens and Browns. Yeah. Washington could have. Man, that's 2 picks Washington's defense should have right now. That's 2 picks Washington's defense should have right now. And that bounced up. It could have almost been caught by Tyler Lockett. Yeah, was Wilson all right? No, he hasn't been all right since he's come back. Maybe he kind of rushed it a little. DK Metcalf loves to fight every corner. Stephon Gilmore, Darius Slayton, Marshawn Lattimore. He loves to go at these corners, man, and go back at them. You know, that's just DK Metcalf. Finally! Thank you! This is a Monday Night Football game I gotta see. Next Monday night in Buffalo, we've got the Patriots and the Bills. That is a game I can't wait to see that game. When you're looking at the situation in the AFC East, you've got the Patriots right now on top and the Bills right behind them. The Bills have messed up to the point where the Patriots have come back up. So that matchup in Buffalo is gonna be epic. And let's get back to this because we don't need to bring that energy for this game. I brought the energy for that game because that one's going to be a difference maker. This game is like, all right, let's cool it off a little bit. Gibson runs for a couple yards, second down here. He's like Jalen Ramsey trying to fight every receiver. Dude, Lions and Steelers was the greatest game, obviously. Patriot fans are so spoiled. I mean, it's not the Boston fans are so spoiled. But that's what happens when your team is constantly winning championships. You're going to become spoiled. If you get a Patriots versus Buccaneers Super Bowl, who would you root for? I really wouldn't root for either one. I would be objective. Because, I mean, if Brady wins, he gets 8 rings, and he really gets to sock it to Belichick. If Belichick wins, he gets 7 rings, and he'll tie with Brady, and he'll beat him in the Super Bowl, so that'll definitely be something special. I don't know who I'd root for. I really don't know. I guess the Bucks, maybe? The Bucks? I don't know. I just don't know who I'd root for. 3rd down and 1 here for Washington. Come on, get this right here. Oh, my God. Seattle's defense made a stop once again. It's short once again. All right, we're getting a little conservative with some of these things, man. Come on. Washington's getting a little conservative. Why are they getting conservative? They're getting a little complacent. Their defense is making stops, but the offense ain't trying to put up points right now. That's a little bit too conservative. That's very weird. When was Seattle's defense good? It hasn't been good, but Washington right now is being conservative. Back-to-back drives on 3rd and short. They just ran it up the gut, and they didn't do anything special there. They didn't roll somebody out. They didn't try to get the edge or something like that. They didn't even try to hand it off to like Curtis Samuel or something like that. They just straight up snapped the ball from the shotgun, just handed the ball, and just ran it up the gut. Washington's playing a little conservative. It's like they're trying to kill the clock because they don't want Seattle to get an opportunity. They're playing with fire here. They're playing with fire. As bad as it's been for Seattle, they could still find ways to put up points. That is still Russell Wilson. Granted, he's not playing like Russell Wilson, but he'll still have those moments where he can throw the ball down the field and make plays. I'd like to see that defense try and get past the healthy O-line. We got a Patriots versus Buccaneers Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, I don't know who I'd go for. Last time Seahawks defense was good was in 2017. That was the last time they were competitive. 1st and 10 here for the Seahawks. At some point, Russell Wilson is going to throw the Tyler Lockett downfield, and it's going to be rough. They're going to hand this ball off to Alex Collins, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. Tree had me rolling my kingdom for a man who can hold on to the ball longer than a loaf of bread. Tree's wild, but I love him. He's awesome. Why did we waste a draft pick on Hurts? Because they wanted to get a tight end for Joe Flacco. First of all, they weren't even looking at Andrews to be who he was. They just picked up another tight end for insurance. But they were looking for a tight end to replace Dennis Pitta, and that's why they drafted Hayden Hurts. Simple as that. They were looking for a tight end to replace Dennis Pitta, and they thought they were getting that with Hayden Hurts. 2nd and 9, quick throw here. Not going to get much. Washington's defense is just making stops. Can't have too many dead offensive runs. Yeah. But yeah, simple as that. They drafted Hurts. They didn't waste a pick because, I mean, at the end of the day, Mark Andrews ended up becoming who he was. And it was like, well, we can't keep both of these guys. So, I guess you can count that as wasting the pick. But it's not like Hurts was trash. It's just that he wasn't going to be the guy. And Hayden Hurts wanted to be the guy. He would still be in Baltimore, doing his thing behind Mark Andrews. But he didn't want to take that role. He wanted a bigger role, which is why he left. Or which is why he wanted to go. But they got Hayden Hurts because they needed a tight end to replace Dennis Pitta for Joe Flacco. So that's just how it was. 3rd down and 8. DK Metcalf at the bottom of the screen. Wilson gets blitzed. And he's sacked. Washington's defense showing up and making plays. If only the offense can stop being conservative and try to make some plays downfield. They're going to have to punt this football once again. Pressure was coming from the right side. It was coming through the middle and it was coming through the edge. But they both got him out. Oof. That didn't work out for them. This was nice right here. This was a great design right here. Pressure coming up the middle and coming off the edge. 2 guys were able to get to Russell Wilson, got him down, and they're going to have to punt this. And with that play, that will end the 3rd quarter. Washington with an 8-point lead heading into the 4th quarter, getting ready to get the ball back. I got to say, Washington versus Dallas will be very interesting. Yes, it will be very interesting. Let me look at Washington's schedule for the rest of the season. When I look at Washington's schedule afterwards, to end off the season, this is disgusting. The last game they really have against somebody else is Raiders. They got the Raiders next Sunday. It's a 4 o'clock game. After that, it's nothing but NFC East matchups. Following that, Sunday, December 12th at 1 p.m., they got the Cowboys in Washington. After that, they got to go on the road against Philadelphia. After that, they got to go on the road in Dallas against the Cowboys. Then they come back home for the Eagles, and then they finish off the season on the road against the Giants. So basically, Washington will determine. Washington can win the division. Washington can win the division. If they win all these games against these, they got to play the Cowboys twice, the Eagles twice, and the Giants. If they win all these games, bro, that's a difference maker. They've already beaten the Giants, so they can beat them again. It's going to be nice. But Washington could end up winning this division if they just run the distance. That means beating Dallas twice, beating the Eagles twice, and beating the Giants. If they do that, woo, that's different. That's different. Dennis Pitta was the Ravens like Heath Miller was the Steelers. Yep. Is Hayden Hurts even good? He's productive, and he's nice. Unfortunately, he was with the Falcons, so that didn't work out. He's got speed, and, he can catch the football. He's nice, but it's not like he was really good or anything like that. But he had talent. Then again, everyone in the NFL has talent, or at least some of it. What was the purpose of Washington signing Ryan Fitzpatrick? They wanted a veteran quarterback to replace Alex Smith, so they went for Ryan Fitzpatrick. I didn't agree with it. I just said start Heineke, but they decided to go after Fitzpatrick. Why did we waste the pick on Sean Wade? Because they wanted to have depth. Unfortunately, they didn't keep that depth, so it is what it is. Also, I don't know what to tell you. Why did we waste the pick on this player? You're going to have to ask the Ravens that question. Because it wasn't a wasted pick when they drafted that person. It just didn't work out. Though Sean Wade could have worked out for them, but it just didn't work out. They will lose to the Cowboys twice, lose to the Eagles once, and beat the Giants. If that happens, they're missing the playoffs. Simple as that. If they lose to the Cowboys and to the Eagles twice, that means they're just going to miss the playoffs. Simple as that. Losing to the Raiders might come back to bite them. That could hurt the Cowboys in the long run. Especially if Washington can go on the run here. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know what's going to happen in the NFC East. But we'll see what happens. Cowboys need to win at least 3 games. They got to win. They got to win, I think, it was 4 games they got to win in order to clinch the NFC East. I'm not exactly fully sure about that. Yeah, backup plan. The ultimate backup plan. All right, 1st and 10 here. The last 3 games, Taylor Heineke, 77% completion, 231 yards per game, and 5 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's pretty good. 1st and 10, Heineke, play action. It's going to throw over the middle to Gibson. Right now, they're playing a little conservative. They're not trying to be aggressive. They're not trying to take a shot down the field. They're really just trying to kill time. They gotta get this going. They're playing it. They're playing it. Last Washington game was a revenge game. Yes, it was. 2nd and 4. Heineke. They're gonna set up the screen with Gibson. Gibson gonna get the edge, and he's gonna come close. I do not think he picks up the first down. Are they gonna give it to him? They're gonna give him the first down. Washington football team got stiff from the throw he made during the Raiders game last year. Drew, take a shot to Terry. I mean, they should take a shot to Terry. It worked out. They had the one-on-one early on in the game, and it almost worked out. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to make the catch. Oh, like I said, he didn't pick up the first down. It didn't look like he picked up the first down, but, you know, this is what it is. So now it's 3rd down. Watch him just run it up the gut. What are they fixing?
What he needs to do now is take that and become consistent. He needs to learn how to win football games in the National Football League, not win every play. He has a penchant to win every play.
All right, 3rd and 1 here for Washington. They're probably going to run this football. They're going to run this football up the gut. Seattle already looks ready to stop the run. Here we go. Now they try to do something different. They kind of run it up the edge, but they're not going to get there. Now, this is interesting. What does Ron Rivera want to do? Does he want to punt the football? You are in Seattle territory. You're in Seattle territory. Do you want to run this football? Do you want to go for it here on 4th down and take a chance? Or do you want to punt this football? Your defense is playing well. Your defense is definitely playing well. Are they going to punt this, or are they going to go for it? They're going to go for it. 12 for 23 converting on 4th down. That's actually not bad. I wouldn't run this. Seattle is ready for the run. I wouldn't run this. Oh! They managed to get the edge with Gibson. Gibson is going down the sideline. 20. Oh, my goodness. On a 4th and 1 play, they decide to hand the ball to Gibson, and it works, but there's a flag on the play. Oh, my God, I'm scared.
Brandon Sheriff, the right guard, came around, and he was the one responsible for blocking Jamal Adams on the edge. It was a great pin block, but I wonder if they're going to get Sheriff on a hold on Adams. That's exactly it.
Please.
They've done this 2 or 3 times now. Adams is going to fight through it.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a good call. He doesn't get that call if he doesn't fight.
Punt the football. Punt the football. Punt the football. I hate these holding calls, man. Just obviously you gotta punt the football now. Defense is playing lights out tonight, and we are wasting their efforts. Washington's just letting Seattle hang in there with these penalties. We're wasting the defense performance right now. Oh, well. Time to have this defense bail us out again and hopefully get the ball to the offense. It's like the Ravens game yesterday. Kind of. Only difference is they're not turning the ball over. Did I hear Terry McLaurin's been beating his defenders? Have I heard that? No, I've seen it. Hi, boy. Hi, babe. I mean, it went for it on 4th down. It worked out, but obviously, if you're going to hold Jamal Adams, obviously you're going to pick up the 1st down. And the refs clearly saw it. It's unfortunate, but they clearly saw it.
Shop Cyber Monday deals now at Target. Get great deals on select apparel and accessories. Bedding and bath, toys, and more. Today only on Target.com. Some things can't be done.
Oh, Engraven, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by. What's going on, Engraven? Am I good? I'm good. I'm doing great. You know, Washington's offense is kind of disappointing me a little. Kind of wasting the defense's performances. But other than that, I'm good. Never mind. You living that experience as a Washington fan right now. Oh, man, I am living it. I am living it right now, and I am going through it. And it's a problem. You know, it's kind of a problem because I feel the same way I felt yesterday watching the Ravens do this. You know, the Ravens were doing this, and I had to deal with it last night. And then 24 hours later, I'm in the same position. Defense making great stops, making great plays, only to have the offense do nothing with it. That's fantastic. I'm great. All right, Seattle with the ball once again. 1st and 10, empty backfield here for Russell Wilson. He's throwing downfield to absolutely nobody. The pressure was coming. It looks like he just had to get the ball out of his hands. But I don't know who he was throwing to. The dude I'm playing in fantasy is missing 4 people. Is still beating because DK is not getting any targets. They're not even looking towards DK. Second down and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's going to take off. We forgot Russell Wilson can run. Since Chase Young is out for the season, is that going to hurt Washington? Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely going to hurt Washington. Especially if they can go the distance and actually make the playoffs. It will hurt them. First and 10 here for the Seahawks. I just let Russell Wilson go right up the middle. No content. Russell Wilson. Play action. He's going deep. Oh, my goodness. Fight for it. Fight for it. Fight for it. Oh, my God. They almost picked him again. 3 times they almost picked off Russell Wilson, and they just weren't able to. He went for DK Metcalf here. It did not work out. It was a 50-50 ball, and they almost picked him off again.
You want to force it out here, but in the middle of the field is where it needs to go.
They almost picked him again. Oh, come on, Washington. This man has given you 3 picks, and you haven't taken a single one. 2nd and 10 here. Quick throw. Oh, he fumbled it out of bounds. Man, Seattle is just not in sync. They're playing just as bad. They're playing worse than our offense. At least our offense is just being conservative. They're just looking like trash. It's crazy. I like Chase Young, and I know what college he wants. Yeah, it's unfortunate he suffered an injury, and it's going to hurt Washington in the long run. But, you know, next man up. Hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery, and we'll see him on the field next year. Russell Wilson needs to lead the Seahawks. Don't see that. I mean, they gave him that contract, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But maybe one of these days. I don't know. 3rd down and 10 here for the Seahawks. Empty backfield here for Wilson. He's asking for the ball. They're going to take the snap. Wilson, pressure's coming. He's going to dodge one man. He's going to take off, but he's going to get knocked down. 4th down here. The defense makes yet another stop, and Seattle is heading to the sidelines. The punt unit's coming on the field. Yeah, we know Chase Young was a monster. He was a monster in college. That's why I wanted Washington to get him, and they did. I need DK to get 4 points. Well, I mean, he targeted him there. He tried to get it to DK. Didn't happen. Here comes yet another punt for Seattle. That's like their 6th or their 7th straight punt. They've been doing nothing but punting the football the entirety of the second half. In fact, for much of this game, it's been nothing but punt, 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 punt. At some point, Seattle, you would think you would have to get something going. Have you given up? Have you lost it? Is it done? Do you just want the season to end? What's going on with this team? The offense is just not doing anything. Seattle's actually making stops right now. Their defense is actually making stops, and the offense is doing nothing to help them. Oh, it's looking rough. It's looking rough for Seahawks fans, man. It is looking rough. Woo! Man, it's looking rough for them. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. This Monday night game is horrible. It's not terrible. It's pretty much the normal Monday night football game you get. I wouldn't say it's horrible. It's not great. It's not even good. It's meh. It's meh. That's all I can say. It's meh. Because it could be much worse. It's meh. Well, sucks to be your brother right now because his team ain't looking so good. But it is what it is. Oh, we are getting being smacked. People sleep on Heineke. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. I hope Baltimore and Tampa wins the conference. We'll see. DK and Russ are just not on the same page. They're not all. That's a weird connection. Russ to DK has always been a weird connection. Sometimes they'll go several games where they're not on the same page. Other times they'll have games where they're on the same page, and you'll see DK Metcalf just balling out. You cannot have DK Metcalf on your team and you're not doing anything with him on the offense. It just makes no sense. There's just a lack of chemistry there right now, and it's showing. It's showing, and it's hurting them. Oh, fun. Oh, both got the win, but oh, fun. And we took that L. Fantastic. Oh, the game at least got close, so not completely hurt, I guess. Still pissed how we both lost to Miami and Washington. It happens. But yeah, looking at this division, Washington really has a good chance, man. If they can, they're 4-6 right now. Eagles are 5-7. Giants are 5-7. Cowboys are 7-4. Washington can have the advantage here. If they beat the Raiders next week and go, if they can win this game tonight, they go to 5-6. If they can beat the Raiders next week, they go to 6-6. At that point, it's all divisional games. So they will literally hold the keys to this division. If they win next week, they hold the keys to this division. Simple as that. 1st and 10. They're going to hand this to Gibson. Gibson's going to pick up around 6 yards there. 2nd down. Better rivalry. Ravens versus Steelers. Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. Or Wendy's versus everybody. Well, when it comes to the chicken sandwich, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A because of the whole chicken sandwich craze. That was a nightmare. I'm never going to forget the chicken sandwich craze because that was a nightmare. I was working at Popeyes during the time of that, so that was a nightmare. You did not understand how scary it was being an employee of Popeyes during the whole chicken sandwich craze. It was scary. We couldn't even come in through the front door. We had to come in through the back because people were it was life-threatening, man. I was scared. I couldn't really get to my car. We had to park on the backside. Gibson, 2nd and 3, picking up the 1st down. It was not fun. It was not fun. Cowboys need to beat the Saints. Cowboys just need to continue to win. Otherwise, they're going to lose this division. Patriots versus Bill next Monday. That's going to be a good game. Yep. Chicken sandwich craze worse than Good Burger versus Mondo Burger, which was that was a weird movie, but that's funny. Someone in my area was shot for that chicken sandwich. That's unfortunate. Like I said, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Not gonna lie, we really had to come in through the back door. I just didn't know if someone was gonna pull a strap on us or something. We were all in the kitchen. We were just like, we just don't know what could happen. You just didn't want to go out there and deal with it. If you wanted to leave that restaurant, you had to go through the back door and just hope nobody realized there was a back door to this Popeyes and was just standing there. It was a scary time. Second down here for Washington. Do you think the Lions should fire Dan Campbell? He's a passionate coach. He cares about this team, but you're not winning. I don't even know if I can blame him completely for the situation because a lot of the games they were in it and they should have won, but they just did it. So I don't think they should fire him. Give him another season. Give him another season. 2nd and 9, Heineke. Throwing over the middle. It's caught by Logan Thomas. Picking up the first down. They got to use the time now they got to kill the clock. Kill the clock, go downfield, put some points up, and put this game on ice. They can score another touchdown here. This game would basically be done. DMV is real life Boondocks. 1st and 10 here for Washington. Heineke under center here. Play action, Heineke. He's got time. He's going to have to just check it down to McKissick. And McKissick going to pick up around 6 yards here. 2nd down for Washington. Patriots versus Bills next Monday. We'll see who wins the division. Yeah, that first matchup should be interesting. It's going to be a long fight for that division, but that first matchup is going to be very interesting. Yeah, Boondocks was awesome. 2nd down and 4 here. Taylor Heineke on the day, 25 of 32, 200 yards passing, a touchdown and a pick. Not terrible. Pretty good. Pretty good. I wouldn't say pretty. It's good. It's good. Heineke's doing what he's got to do. He's not the best at quarterback, but he's playing well. Sometimes you just got to play the way you can play. 2nd and 4, they're going to hand this to Gibson. He's going to run up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down right at midfield. 7 minutes left to go in this football game. And the Washington football team knows they got to kill the clock, get down the field, put up points, and try to put this game on ice. Who was your favorite character? Huey. Obviously, Huey was my favorite character. Huey was everybody's favorite character. And, of course, you can't go wrong with Riley. But, I mean, Huey was the guy, man. Riley was funny. There was too many funny characters that were there, man. I love a pimp named Slickback. He was awesome. And you had to say the whole thing. You couldn't just say Slickback. You had to say a pimp named Slickback. We don't talk about Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus was a problem. But, man, was he effective. So Boondocks really know what they were doing with him. Ooh, man. But there were a lot of good characters there. Granddad was awesome. Obviously, Granddad was definitely awesome. Tom was just Tom was an issue. Tom was a problem. He was a nice dude, but my God, Tom was a problem. And he was the perfect character for this. 2nd and 5. Here we go. Gibson picking up the first down. Getting inside the 30. Seattle looks like they really look tired. They've been on the field far too long. Their offense keeps going 3 and out and punting the football. That's not a good thing. But yeah, man, it was nice, man. Of course, we all know about Thugnificent and the lethal interjection. That they were awesome. They were awesome. Those show was just funny. First and 10 here. Oh, can't forget about Ed Wunsler. Ed Wunsler the first and Ed Wunsler the third. They were both awesome. 1st and 10. Jasmine was a good character. Jasmine was a great character, especially if you actually read the comics. I mean, in the show, it's definitely nice there, but if you read the comics, they give 2 different perspectives. There's so much that goes into like the relationship between Huey and Huey and Jasmine. It goes so much into their relationship for the most part in terms of their friendship and stuff, because they're, at the end of the day, they're both still kids, but they look at the world from two different perspectives. And the funny part about it is Jasmine's the only one that will really challenge Huey's perspectives from her own perspective as well, because Huey looks at it from more of a, he looks at it from the 2nd and 9 here. They're going to hand this to McKissick, and McKissick's going to pick up a couple yards, 3rd down here. He looks at the world more so from history. He looks at the book. He looks from history. He reads books. He just looks at the world for how it is. However, because of all the stuff that's happened around, it's caused Huey to be a lot more paranoid. Now, of course, sometimes that paranoia is warranted because we know what Huey is. So we know how many different revolutionary groups he has. So, like, from his perspective, he's so paranoid because he never listens to the media. He listens to history. He listens to the books. So, because of that, that leaves him paranoid. Meanwhile, Jasmine, she listens to everything that she's told. She'll listen to what her parents tell her. She'll listen to what any teacher tells her. She'll listen to what the media tells her. So, because of that perspective, 3rd down, flag. So, because of that perspective, Jasmine will kind of buy into a lot of things that were there. So, she has a different perspective from Huey. And sometimes that kind of just collides with each other, where you'll have certain situations where she'll kind of question Huey and kind of go at him for his own perspective. Like the whole situation in season 1 with the secret agent that was watching him. That guy was watching him. That he was right to be paranoid, but at the same time, Huey is very, very paranoid to an extent, where he'll think everything is a conspiracy. He was right to be paranoid in that case because somebody was following him. But in Jasmine's perspective, she was believing in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. So when you got Huey, who told her that stuff isn't real, and then he talked about there's a secret agent following him, she's going to question that. 3rd down and 12. Just a throw over the middle to McKissick. They're not trying to waste that much, just killing the clock. So because of that, they would, Jasmine would see him saying, oh, so the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, that's not real. I can't believe in that, but you can believe in secret agents. So, I just love the whole different perspectives of these two characters. And Jasmine's the only one that can really go at Huey for his own perspective. And we've got an injured player on the field. And it looks like it's McKissick. Oh, it's his head. McKissick is down. I hope it isn't anything serious. Riley was a savage. Granddad was awesome. And Huey was damn near a god in most cases. That Iron Boot episode had me rolling. It was awesome. I hope it isn't terrible. Why do quarterbacks target Marlon so much even though he's an elite corner? Is it because he's physical and he'll most likely get PI? Well, you just answered your own question. Lamar and his O-line needs to get their chemistry up ASAP. They're going up against some tough front sevens. Definitely. So they got to get together. But yeah, that's what makes them so great. A lot of people don't really like to look at Jasmine as a great character, but she has that interesting perspective that's different from Huey. Not to mention, they definitely do play into it. She's mixed. So you get the dichotomy of this little girl who's looking at the world, and she has a black father and a white mother, and she's mixed, so she's kind of in that perspective. But there was always some sort of assumption that people just make. Even Huey did it. It don't matter if you're mixed, you're still black. It's like, well, no, I'm mixed. I got these two. No, you're black. They always tried to play that. So it was nice. You got that perspective from Jasmine that you would never be able to get from Huey. You got two different outlooks. They're both still kids, and they will act like children occasionally. Jasmine acts like a little girl because she is a little girl. She acts like that all the time. Huey does not act like that. However, when he starts to get paranoid and the way he starts to act about certain things, that's where you can see Huey start acting childish. So at the end of the day, they're both still kids, but they got two different outlooks on the world and two different perspectives. And because of that, it tends to clash a lot. And that's somebody Huey needs in his life. Somebody that is willing to challenge his own perspectives. That's why Jasmine is such a good character, and that's why her friendship and relationship with Huey, it works so well. So, yeah, that's just a genius writing of Boondocks. You know, that's just a genius writing there. Remember that the best of us are all stones that the builder reused. True. The Boondocks is only considered for people who aren't snowflakes. Man, the Boondocks couldn't play today. The Boondocks could not play in this present time. At least the Boondocks, the way it was covering topics, it wouldn't be able to air today. I mean, I know they're bringing up a reboot, but I have no idea how that's going to look. And I have no idea how they're going to try to address all these situations without... But then again, I don't know. Has it earned the respect of a South Park that can just say whatever they really want and just not care? I mean, Magruder really wouldn't care. If he wants to get out his message, he's going to get out his message. And it really looks bad. They're bringing in somebody to pick up McKissick. I really do hope it's nothing serious. Riley acts like he's 17. He's always trying to act gangster. Did you think the Rams trading Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford was a terrible idea or a good idea? You weren't going anywhere with Jared Goff, so did you have a better option? So, yeah, it was a good idea. You got a better quarterback. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the Super Bowl, but you got a better quarterback than what you were working with before. I like Riley and Sydney. Riley was awesome. Riley was awesome and funny. Sydney was also an interesting character. Of course, for being Riley's friend, she would have to be just as wild as him. But she's not nearly as wild as Riley, but she's still wild. And it worked out. Oh yeah, also RIP to John Witherspoon. But I don't know how the reboot is going to go just because of Uncle Ruckus. Oof, who got injured? It was McKissick. McKissick got injured. They're bringing in the cart to kind of wheel him out. It didn't look good. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope he's going to be fine. We'll see. Huey was the only smartest character on the show. You had a couple people that you got a couple people that were smart, but, you know. You got a couple people that was smart, but, you know, it was just like Huey was just the most aware. It's not like every character that showed up in Boondocks just was idiotic. No, there were plenty of people that did understand the perspective and did have the intelligence and actually had a similar mindset to Huey. We just didn't see them that much. It was more so the adults. Him and LaMilton. No, not him. LaMilton is just worse than him because LaMilton is just a sociopath. He's crazy. He's actually crazy. 4th down and 4. They're going to go for it here. He throws to Carter, and he picks up the first down. Carter went up and got that pass, and it's 1st and goal here for Washington. Let's put this game away. Yeah, but Riley sort of backed it up. In most cases, he always went after the biggest dude, got himself whooped most times, but ain't even backed down because he was a gangster. Yeah, LaMilton was a menace. That kid was a menace. What the? He was a menace. Like, he was an actual menace. Another funny moment is when they snuck into the movie theater. Oh, that was funny. 1st and goal. Gonna hand it to Gibson. Gonna pick up a couple. The clock continues to tick. See, I don't know if they're gonna make a stop here. I don't even think you could televise the things Uncle Ruckus said, but you could, bruh. You cannot televise what Uncle Ruckus said. Oh my God, you could not televise what Uncle Ruckus said. It would be disgusting. Really? Really? Bro, if Washington wins today, they jump into the 7th seed. I did not know this. Washington, put it away. Put it away. I didn't know this. I thought they'd move up higher, but I didn't know they would leap everybody and get the wild card spot. If they win tonight, Washington is 7th. They will get the 7th seed in the NFC. At that point, it's in their hands. Don't get me started on Tom in the jail episode. Everybody knows about him, about that certain warrior that I'm not going to speak of here. LaMilton was a real person. Oh, yeah, I know he was. A lot of references Boondocks makes was based off of real people. LaMilton was based off of a real person. Ma Dukes, we know who was based off of, and he didn't take kindly to that. A certain warrior was... we know about him. He was based... A lot of references you saw on Boondocks were just based off of real people and real events. Right now, the score is 17-9. It's 3rd and goal for Washington. They can win this game. I mean, they can put this game away if they score a touchdown here. Yeah, Mr. Johnson. That warrior. Yeah. I know he was a real person. And I've seen the videos. And I know exactly who he is. And he's out of prison, if you guys know about that. He's out of prison. Oh, yeah, I remember Ed and Rummy. Every time they be having those conversations while they're in the middle of trying to rob somebody, it was just, it was funny. It was funny. It was very smart to have Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, and Samuel L. Jackson voice those two. Because, man, you didn't even, just imagine that. You had Charlie Murphy and Samuel L. Jackson in the room together, just going back and forth in a conversation. That was just gold. And they knew that. 3rd and goal, they're just going to hand the ball off here again. Gibson's not really going to pick up. Oh, he's breaking tackles. Gibson! He cannot go in, but he gets knocked out of bounds. Now, if you're Washington, what do? Kick the field goal. It's a 2-possession game. Kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. If I'm Washington, kick the field goal. It ain't going to be my choice. It's going to be someone else. They're going to go for this on 4th down? Really? Why not kick the field goal? Oh, wait. You don't have a kick. You don't have a kicker. Well, if that's... I forgot about that. Well, if that is the case... Keep forgetting. I'm like, wait. They're going to... Oh, wait. They don't have a kicker. If that's the case, you got to score here. If that's the case, you got to score here. Heineke. What's the whistle for? Remember they robbed the store? Yeah, they were originally just looking for the person, the convict that caused the problem. They were trying to find him, and they ended up just robbing a liquor store. Because why not? That's just what Ed and Rummy do. They just rob people. Oh, yeah, that episode. That was a season 4 episode. Yeah, can't air that either. I really did forget that they didn't have a kicker. Oh, I remember. I saw that one with man. Of course, I watched that. That's one of the most, that is one of the most watched Boondocks episodes. We all know about Mr. Johnson and what he tried to do to Chris Hansen on that episode. That's one of the most watched Boondocks episodes of all time. 4th and goal here. They got to find a way to score. Heineke looking, rolling to his right, fires. It's caught! Logan Thomas! Touchdown! And that should put this game away! Oh! Did he get it? He floated that. That is a tough catch right there. Jamal Adams there. Oh, he's in. That is a touchdown. Now they got to make sure he caught the football. Oh, that's going to be tough. Did he catch it? They're going to have to review this. His hand was below it, so it's going to be tough. Let's nab Opa. That episode was funny. Yes, it was. The fight between Huey and Riley was awesome. Yes, I remember that speech. Everybody remembers that speech. It's one of the most... they consistently bring up that speech. They bring up the speech he had in the beginning of the episode. They bring up the speech he had when he was in prison talking to those kids. Everybody remembers the speech. I can say it word for word. I'm not doing it on the live stream. Oh, this is going to be tough. Yeah, Huey always beat him. It's like, come on. Riley was not going to beat Huey, who knew martial arts. Huey was a martial artist. Riley was a street fighter. And he relied on his straps, man. Kind of wish they had an episode where the Freemans took on a group of clan members. That would be funny. I think it would have been cool to see the Freemans go ham. That would have been interesting. I miss Ed and Eddie Big. I remember that movie, the Ed and Eddie Big Picture Show. I remember that. That was Ed and Eddie was a great cartoon, and I remember that movie pretty much ended the series right there, which was nice. That was a great way to wrap up the series. It knew its time. It knew when it was time to go. It knew when it was time. It came in, had its moment, had its fun, knew when it was time to go, and left out in the big movie. This is going to be a tough call. If they got to get clear, it was ruled a touchdown, but you got to get clear evidence that it really came off the ground. If you don't get that evidence, then you can't overturn this. This ruling's going to be tough. I love how the Eds finally became liked and accepted. Yeah, that was nice. Damn it! Incomplete. Oh boy, 2:16 left to go. Seattle will have a chance to go down the field and score a touchdown to win the game. Unfortunate. I know about the Gangsta List episode. I remember damn near every episode of Boondocks. So 2:19 left to go in this game. Russell Wilson has to do what he's done plenty of times and lead them down the field to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion in order to tie this game. Well, this is what Russell Wilson does on a daily basis. This time, if you can pick him off, please pick him off. It's 4-down territory here moving forward. They're going to have to march 96 yards. 1st and 10. Wilson with the throw. Gets it to Everett, and he picks up the 1st down. Best fight in Boondocks, in your opinion? I mean, there's been a lot of fights you can do. Huey versus the... I'm first. Huey versus the Killer. You know what? Any fight involving Stinkmeaner. When they had those Stinkmeaner episodes... But by the way, no, we didn't bring up Stinkmeaner as a legendary player, man. As a legendary character. He was awesome. Any episode involving Stinkmeaner... Season 2, when he took over Tom's body and all of them had to square up with him and throw hands, that was a great fight. Huey pretty much taking on anybody was a great fight. Obviously, Season 3, when they had to take on Stinkmeaner's old buddies, that was also nice. 2nd and 9, Wilson over the middle is going to be caught. Yep, him versus Bushido Brown, that was also... You know what? How about let's do Bushido Brown versus the other members of, the Hate Crosity. Yeah, like I guess it's... the Hatecracy, yes. Bushido Brown versus them. I mean, that action was just perfect. You could also do any time they had those moments where you would have... Those brief moments where Huey could be having a dream of him just utilizing a sword and being a samurai. Man, they had some great action. Yeah, it just had a lot of great moments. Pretty much any Huey fight would be nice. Any Huey fight would be nice. Honestly, the Stinkmeaner fights, anything related to that would be nice. What's going on, Matthew? I remember Tom being in his feelings because he thought Usher took his girl. I mean, that's Usher. That's Usher. Oh, yeah, Bushido Brown, well, he should have beaten them, but I don't even know why he was careless. He took 2 of them down, and then the 3rd one was using that crawfish blade thing, and kind of just, for some reason, he didn't gauge the distance and thought he could get to the guy before the whole crawfish thing pulled off the branch. Unfortunately, that cost him his head, so that was it for Bushido Brown. Why is Granddad such a simp? You would have to ask Granddad that. He's in his old age. He just wants to be happy. He don't really care what woman he gets. That was his granddad, man. But Seattle is going to have to go down the field to win this game. Can Russell Wilson pull off another great drive to tie this game up and force it to go into overtime? If Seattle loses, they're officially out of the playoffs, so might as well Russell Wilson go home to recover his finger injury and tank for higher draft picks come. Wait, are they eliminated from the playoffs if they lose this game? Is that true? Is it over? Because it's Granddad and he don't care. Granddad don't want no old woman. It was clear as day he didn't want an old lady. So like you asked it why? Because he's an old man and he wanted a younger woman. He did not want women who were in his age. And he's not 50. That man was in his 70s or his 80s. It was Granddad, so yeah. We all know about the health inspector. Why are you always bringing up the most sus people? You're bringing up the sus characters. You brought up Gangstalicious, and then you brought up the health inspector. What you trying to tell me, man? He didn't deserve Cristal. Cristal like the champagne. 3rd down and 5 here. It feels like you guys are giving up a lot of space there. This is going to be a quick throw for Wilson. Giving up a lot of space. Pressure coming. He fires. It's incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag on Tyler Lockett. They're not going to throw. No, they're going to throw a flag for some pass interference on Tyler Lockett. I'll be shocked if the Seahawks do make the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be that type of game. Yay, Washington. Because of the show, I always say... Oh, yeah, we all say that. We all say that. You can say it both ways, in fact. And that's how the show did. You can say it both ways. They really had Tom's character be in the gay community but be afraid of going... I mean, again... First of all, there's a clear difference between being gay and going to jail. And you know what happens in jail. Those are two different things. Being gay is their preference. That is their preference. That is their choice. Jail, they don't have a choice. You know that. Those are two different things. So Tom can support that. But going to jail is a different case. That's why no one wants to go to jail. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson getting pressured. He's going to get knocked down and sacked. 2nd down, a minute 40 left to go in this game. Washington's defense trying to make a stop and win this game. 2nd and 19 here. Wilson, quick throw over the middle. And the defense going to make a stop there. He gains a lot of yards here, but it's going to still be 3rd down here. A minute 17 left to go in this game. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 here. Here we go. Wilson. He goes to DK Metcalf and he picks up the 1st down. Wilson is just, Wilson's just navigating the drive. Russell Wilson has done this so many times in his career. We're not even surprised at him doing this. Remember the guy who had the peanut butter sandwich and that? Bro, why are you bringing up all the sus people? Why are you bringing up all the sus people? Why Riley always getting beat up in the show? Because he's fighting people he shouldn't be fighting. Not to mention, a lot of times, I mean, it's not like Huey really won a lot of his fights. The only reason Huey lost his fight was because he was a child going up against grown people. Russell Wilson is the only one that gets sacked the most. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to create a play. He's always holding on to the ball too long. But yeah, you really acting sus. You always bringing up the sus people, man. What you trying to tell me? Oh, they started to choke right now, and it's getting bad. But yeah, Riley was always trying to fight people he shouldn't fight. Like Butch Magnus, I'm pretty sure his name was Butch Magnus, trying to fight him back for that chain. Bro, you were a street fighter, and you ain't even that much of a fighter. We know what Riley likes to use. He uses weapons. That's who he is. He ain't a fighter. He can fight. He can street fight, but he ain't a fighter. 1st and 10 here. A minute left to go in this game. Wilson stepping up, throwing, incomplete. Why do the Seahawks never improve the offensive line? Go ask the front office that. He went against the best fighter like Bushido Brown. He went up against him. Of course he wasn't going to win that. He was a child. I hope they do a series where Huey and Riley are in their late 20s, early 30s. That would have to depend on Magruder if he wants to do that. Blazers lost. That's a tough loss. You'll be fine. There's plenty of games left to play this season. 2nd and 10. Wilson, quick throw over the middle. Everett gets the catch, but he gets dropped right there immediately. 50 seconds left to go in this game. Seattle with no timeouts. Trying to get in the end zone here. 3rd down and 6. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to throw quick, and he's going to pick up the 1st down here. They're at the Washington 32-yard line. 30 seconds left on the clock. They know they got to go fast here. They got no timeouts. At some point, you may think to want to spike the ball. 23 seconds left on this clock. Wilson takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to step up. He's throwing downfield. It's a touchdown! Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Can you at least stop them from getting the 2-point conversion? Please stop them from getting the 2-point conversion. I'm begging you to stop them from getting the 2-point conversion. This is the game right here. If it's not there, call a timeout. Wilson. Looking for somebody. It's done. It's done. It's picked. That's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Washington almost blew this, but that's the game. That's the game. They almost blew this game. They almost blew this game. Why don't you like the Seahawks? What? I'm not a Seahawks fan. I'm supporting Washington. I don't know how many times I got. Oh, well, you're new to this, Romeo. I don't hate the Seahawks. I'm just rooting for Washington because that's the team I support. I don't know if I've explained this. I'm a Ravens fan, but I also support Washington, so I'm gonna root for them. I've been watching Washington since I was like 2 or 3 years old. Same for the Ravens. So I always support Washington. I got nothing against Seattle. So yeah. You may think like I got something against Seattle, but I've always been rooting for Washington. Oh my God, they almost blew this. And with this win, Washington will now move to the 7th seed. If the season was to end today, Washington would be in the playoffs. They still have to do the onside kick. Yeah, they still have to do an onside kick here. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Who's that touchdown to? Honestly, I have no clue who that touchdown was to. Because once I saw the touchdown, I got up. And I'm not exactly sure who. Oh, my God. He did not really get that. Did it go past 10 yards? Did it go past 10 yards? This team, man. This team! Oh, my God. If that ain't the luckiest thing for Washington, Washington is getting bailed out right now and surviving. Wow, if this ain't the definition of luck right there. Washington has done everything in their power to blow this game.
So because there's three out here, JP, that's what you're talking about?
Three's okay, because you have to have two. It's the inside men. Number one, who is closest to the kicker, needs to come outside the hash.
Between the hash and the numbers.
Exactly.
So because Valor was a yard inside of the hash, that's the penalty.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Those formations were designed for safety purposes because there used to be such huge collisions. So they're trying to spread out the formation.
And he's probably cheating.
I can't believe this, man.
He knew that the onside kick was going to go opposite. He's trying to get over there faster.
I feel like neither team deserves to win at this. Neither team really deserves to win. Yeah, I know the Nuggets beat the Heat. That was unfortunate. And we didn't have Jimmy Butler. We were missing players, man. It's all cool.
Really, all season, and Larry Izzo and the details of that. And now look at where they're lined up now. He's lined up there now outside the hash correctly. Wow. The insurmountable odds of having a successful onside kick and now having to do it twice in a row.
I swear, Washington, if you screw this up, please don't screw this up.
They'll go that same way. See if they get that same hop.
They got it.
Gosh, really close.
They got it. That should end the game. Putting me through a heartache right off the bat. My God, Washington. You love to play. You love to just play too much. My 76ers barely beat the Magic. You guys will be fine.
59 lets it go again, and he's right there again. Sometimes with a guy like Kanashik right there,
Fine. I'm glad somebody made that play. Glad you make the play. Just get the ball right there and just take it.
to protect. I think he's a little gun-shy.
That's the game. Oh, my God. This team. Oh, this team knows how to get you, man. And if they would have just scored that touchdown fourth down, we wouldn't have to worry about this. And with that being said, Washington will get the 17 to 15 victory here on Monday Night Football. They will move to 5-6 on the season, and that will give them the 7th seed in the NFC. If the season was to end today, Washington would be in the playoffs. I'm ending this, man. Seahawks beat the Seahawks, man. It was rough. Whether the Ravens or Washington play hard attack games, you have to ask both of them. I'm used to it with Washington, but the Ravens cannot be doing this to me every week. I'm going to end it here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Washington always finds a way to just make the game close. I can't take it, man. But it is what it is. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. This was cool. And I will see you guys later. I'm out. Peace. Man, this team. Woo!